Hey guys, if you enjoy the Drunken Peasants podcast, be sure to go to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get your free audio book. They have books like The God Delusion or Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Also, 150,000 other titles to choose from. So be sure to check that out. It supports the show and you get a free audio book in the process. So what the fuck do you have to lose? Tacos.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Say, man, you got a joint? No.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist? It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live.
Welcome to the Illuminati podcast.
We'll do it live! Fuck
I'm
it!
Scotty.
Do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Come on, slaves.
Okay.
Come on.
What?
You guys are my slaves. I'm part of the Illuminati. You guys are not.
I'm thrown off right now.
You
by what
fucked up
just
Ben's
happened.
rhythm.
This is the Illuminati podcast.
Oh, shit.
You remember?
Is that what that was?
The Illuminati podcast
Illuminati
with
for
Scotty,
life.
featuring Ben and TJ.
Yeah, featuring Ben and T. These losers. All right, monkeys, dance. All right. Illuminati.
Illuminati podcast.
Illuminati for the win.
All I have to say is, Mario, we're coming for you. You're lucky you're in Canada, buddy. Canada's next.
Canada's next
Canada's next.
Canada's next.
on the Illuminati's hit list.
Oh, yeah.
Coming for you, sucker.
Sucker.
I don't think that's what he said, but
That's how they did it in their revisionist history.
yeah. Coming for you, sucker.
Sucker. Sucker.
Just some ultra white guy be like,
I
sucker.
said, Ben.
Man, you grab the ass like this.
Hold on, I'll start again.
I leaned over and I said, Ben.
Man, you grab the ass like this. And then you...
I led that man
Ben
to the
does
Lord
do
right
that.
there. There's times that might be needed.
Oh, they still need to put the music at the end
Yeah,
of that.
this one.
His name was Ben. And I was running a youth group. I was there for a few years. And he was a
douchebag. That's right. A douchebag.
And I walked over to him and I went, bam!
That one's
George
better.
Takei. Yeah, that one's better than the first one was.
Yes.
Are there any new Hey Scotties?
I'm not allowed to play Hey Scotties anymore.
What?
Hey Scotties
Remember,
are
this is the Illuminati podcast, TJ.
Yeah.
Hey Scotty.
Yeah?
Jesus, man.
Don't make the Illuminati.
That's the
punish you,
song of our
TJ.
people now, Scotty. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
TJ, don't make the Illuminati come down you hard, buddy. I know we know you like that. Let you have your little bit of freedom, TJ. You know, your perception of freedom, but don't make us take your real freedom from you, TJ.
All right, I'm sorry.
That's right, TJ. You are fucking sorry.
I was just messing about, massa.
We have a new video from Sci-10 Atheist also.
Play it.
Okay.
Who?
Satan atheist.
Brothers
Oh, okay.
and sisters, when we examine the world today, we see violence and bloodshed. Everywhere you look, there is all these different ideologies in conflict, cutting people's heads off, blowing up buildings, and shooting cartoonists.
He sounds just like him. The drink your dad's sperm guy.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty fucking insane how much he sounds like
Yeah,
him.
I like that guy. He's a good guy.
What,
He's very
the-
imaginative.
The drink your dad's sperm?
Yeah.
You like him?
Oh, yeah, he's cool. You know? Because, I mean, I like that he had all of these different examples he could have used about how atheists are immoral, and he just chose the drink your dad's sperm example.
Yeah.
You know, obviously pulled from his own childhood and upbringing, you know.
It's crazy. I mean, when I saw them Charlie Hebdo cartoons, I didn't get what all the fuss was about, 'cause they're in French or whatever, so I couldn't even understand them. It was only after I went on Google Translate that I realized how offended I was. Excuse me.
Delicious.
Yes.
Pretty Thursday for sure.
Delicious. Now, a lot of you guys might be asking yourself, how come Islam calls itself the religion of peace? Well, when we open up the Quran, the answer will become clear. See, it is written that if you worship more than one god, like the Hindus or whatever, we'll fucking kill you! If you worship no god at all, like atheists, we'll fucking kill you! If you're a Christian or a Jew, that's absolutely fine, as long as you agree to pay a little, regular life insurance to the Islamic State. Otherwise, we'll fucking kill you! If you're...
This is the most racist cartoon I've ever seen.
I'm offended.
Dad.
a Muslim,
I
and
am
to leave
offended
the
by
one
this
true
racist
religion of
caricature
peace,
of Islam.
Guess what? We'll fucking kill you! So, logically speaking, it is very easy to see how, thanks to the infinite wisdom and mercy of Allah, there will eventually be literally no one left for us to fucking kill, and at last there will be peace on earth. Oh, obviously, if you're gay, we'll fucking kill you too!
Oh no, that's how Freddie Mercury died. I always thought it was the AIDS.
Nope.
But nope.
Muslims.
Muslims.
They
Damn you Muslims!
They fucking killed him. Oh, another great video from one of our favorites of all time here on the show.
This is being recorded
awesome.
in February.
More
2012.
cloud transformations.
See this cloud? Well, this is a psychic weather control video by T. Chase. See,
T-Chase.
T-Chase meaning me.
Yeah.
Videos where I exert power over clouds and wind.
Thank
this
you.
cloud, I'm going to try to change its shape. See this kind of roundish cloud?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make this into a T-shaped cloud.
Ooh.
Into a T.
Do it.
Turn this
Use
cloud
your
into a
powers.
T-shaped cloud.
I have the
this
power!
cloud into a T-shaped cloud. T-shaped cloud. Make this cloud into a T-shaped cloud. Make this cloud into a T-shaped cloud.
T-shaped cloud. T-shaped cloud. T-shaped cloud.
By psychic power.
Do you feel the T?
Into a
Do you feel the T?
Make this
Become a
T-shaped cloud.
Become an elephant cloud.
Into a T.
Oh, see, it looks like an elephant.
Holy, he's trying to, hold on. He's trying to turn it into a T shape, not an elephant.
It looks like an elephant.
Is he
I'm
like,
using my psychic powers to turn into an elephant.
is he
guys.
just unintentionally that good? He tries
Yeah.
to go for a really simple shape
And it's
then
even more complex.
yes, an elephant.
He went for a T, but he ended up repainting the Mona Lisa in cloud.
He's just that
this
good.
cloud into a T-shaped cloud.
You know, I figured out what's going on here. Clouds would actually obey all of us, but we're all pronouncing their names wrong.
Right, it's actually a clue.
If we fucking told them Clued, then the Clueds would do whatever we say.
Apparently, they just bend to the will of man. All
As long as you know their proper name. Clued.
Clued.
And it takes a while. They're not the quickest.
Yeah, sometimes it takes like a whole 30-minute video.
Yep.
T-shape, please.
I wonder how many of these videos we never see, you know?
Oh, there's a lot of them. Where he does the same thing. I mean, I'd say he had a point if it instantly changed into that shape. But the fact that it takes like 30 minutes and then it doesn't fully take the shape, you know.
And the fact that he could easily just put in the audio afterwards.
I would say this guy might be lying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
What incentive does he have to lie?
Make this glued into a T.
Come on, glued.
He's got very strange hobbies, I will give him that. T-shape. T-shape. What if the cloud is like a sarcastic asshole and it becomes like a golf tee or, you know, an iced tea?
What if it becomes a middle finger and flips him off?
That'd be better even still.
Yeah, like, fuck you.
Cloud's like, I don't do what you fucking want, bitch.
Yeah, what if it's like a teenage Cloud? Fuck you, Mom and Dad.
No one understands me.
I'm a Z.
Oh shit, a UFO is flying into the cloud. You see that?
Yeah, I see that.
What the fuck? Oh,
Holy
man.
shit!
Dun, 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 dun.
And we were talking shit. We were so wrong.
So wrong about so much.
He's taking a break.
Man, all this chanting.
Man, it's like a cloud time.
All this cloud moving.
Oh man.
Into a T-shape.
Creed.
Into
T-shape.
T-shape.
Can you imagine walking by this guy and just be like, here, he's filming this guy T-shape,
He was just
T-shape, and just like, what?
I
the
can
fuck?
see like mothers dragging their children
Yeah.
away very quickly.
Stay
Come on,
away
honey,
from
let's
that
go.
guy.
Let's
Let's
go
go
into
by the swings.
Yeah, not the strange man. T-shape, T-shape.
Turn it cleared into a T-shape. Cleared. Yeah.
I'll say, is it T for
Turn that
turd?
cleared into a T-shape. Fuck.
What's wrong with you, TJ?
I don't know.
Someone made this.
How can you channel him so
Well,
well?
let's see how close he gets to the T.
Oh, I'm not at all. I'm sure.
Where
It's gone.
Where's the cloud?
Oh, yeah, I was actually trying to make it disappear, guys. I thought I was making it turn into a T-shape, but
Lower part of the T.
What? There's
Make it into a T.
he's still.
What?
There's.
It's the cloud is
Make
like
it into
gone.
a T.
It's not a T.
I think at the
Make
end
the
of.
lower part of the T.
I think at the end of one video, it's just like, oh, I'm done.
He's like, enough of this shit. It's enough cloud chanting for one day.
Solidify.
Solidify. Someone needs to sample that into an album.
Solidify.
Oh God! Such a strenuous effort chanting meaninglessly at the sky.
All right.
I don't think this guy gets much exercise where he's like huffing and puffing, yelling, form a T, change into a T.
Before we move on, I was getting some requests to bring this back, so I thought I'd give it one more shot. The Drunken
Smoke
Peasants
pan every day.
Yes, the Drunken Peasants t-shirt. There's a link in the description for the video. It's teespring.com/Drunken Peasants.
Buy our fucking shirt, you miserable cunts.
It actually has been quite a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Do we have any? Well, we probably don't have them queued. Never mind.
Oh, the pictures?
Of like people wearing it.
No, but I can do that for next time.
Sure.
I just think, if we can get at least 15 people on board to get one of these, then everyone will get the shirt.
Yeah, Satan is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Satan
Satan is my master.
Satan is my friend.
I am
The beginning, and Satan is the end.
I love Satan.
Oh yeah,
Somebody
I
made
love
this.
Satan.
Somebody made this graphic here.
It's beautiful.
See it, Scotty? It's got Ryback in it and Rybatman.
I am most qualified to be Catman.
He's
He's awesome.
Scatman.
Good old Rybatman. Or is it Rycatman now?
Rycatman. I guess. I don't know.
And he's Egyptian, too. That's his gimmick. He's an Egyptian cat lover. That'll be his wrestling gimmick. And he can get out there, I saved these cats from Egypt. I'm a good person, unlike you people here.
He should just call himself Kitty. It'd be very confusing.
Kitty. Oh, okay. So here's a Church of Gail alert. She's trying to alert people. You know, they're having a distress call from.
Can I just say for the record how much more entertaining of a crazy person Gail is than the Vigilant Christian? Because Gail's shit always has like this layers of like intrigue, and there's all sorts of different stuff going on. Sentient tacos and burritos, and
they came out crispy. I like
people's penises falling off, and alien rapists, and all kinds of wacky bullshit. Whereas the Vigilant Christian is like, here's a popular show, it's satanic. Here's a popular movie, it's satanic. Here's something that people do, it's satanic. Here's a fact of life, like taxes or something, it's satanic. It's all satanic, folks.
Here's eating ice cream, it's also satanic.
Oh, ice cream is so satanic. Rocky Road to hell. Satan.
Rocky Road to hell.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Chocolate chip cookie dough, you're going to hell dough.
The lighting here. We got a bit of an emergency here.
She starts off almost every video like that.
I'm really worried, you guys. I mean, what could be going on in the Church of Gail?
There's an emergency on my starship, but unfortunately I'm here in my one-bedroom apartment.
In a fair world,
yeah,
this woman would be the head screenwriter of a television show, and they would just make whatever she told them.
You would like that?
Oh, God, can you imagine?
Here's the Jesuit hit squad.
It would be the greatest television show of all time. It would star Brent Spiner.
Was it Matthew McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey, and I guess Vladimir Putin probably wouldn't play himself.
No.
But we could probably get someone who's a pretty good dead ringer for Vladimir Putin.
He'd make a guest appearance, though.
And they could fly around in the Church of Gail.
Wouldn't Gail get gangbanged by like all of them?
Yes.
According to like her logic.
Yeah.
Also.
And I mean, if the show's on HBO, we can show that, but we can have Gail played by someone who's hot. But if it's on like network TV, we just have to imply it heavily.
Or
Got
sort of
different
emergency.
standards.
I've told you all that we have cloning technology.
Yeah.
We also have like Android technology.
Oh shit!
Sure.
And you may wonder, you might say, I don't believe that 40 guys, and most of them famous, would want to marry you, and they'd be willing to wait and not have sex with any other woman besides you. I mean, that's just outrageous. I mean,
because it is.
What's the normal guy going to do with his sex drive? Well, the answer is, Vladimir Putin and his nanotechnology research team have created Gail sex dummies.
Did you see that coming? Did you see that coming at all?
See, this is
good.
That's an episode right there. That's a whole episode. The Gail sex dummy episode.
Because if Vladimir Putin or Brent Spiner, all these guys really wanted to be with Gail, they couldn't just hook up with her at any time.
Right.
No, they can't. They all have to fight for her affections because she's, very desirable.
Sure, of course.
To all of these important,
TJ,
worldly men.
Tell us the truth, TJ. You're falling in love with Gail.
I'm not even worthy of being with Gail, so I don't even harbor those sorts of ambitions.
I see what's going on here.
I can't compete with the likes of Vladimir Putin and Data. So
yeah, it's true, man. Sorry, man.
But
I'm sorry.
Luckily, I've gotten word that the Gail sex dummies will be available for retail shortly. So
I wonder if
there's a silver lining, TJ.
I wonder if she explains, exactly what they are and how they work.
They're just android clones of her that you have sex with. It's pretty self-explanatory.
And they're actually like an android that looks and behaves with 98% accuracy, just like me. And they give these Gail sex dummies to the 40 men on my marriage list. I don't know if every single one of the 40 has one, but I think most of them have one. And that's how they get their sexual needs met. This dummy is like an android of myself.
So there are 40 men, she said?
40.
And
how could you actually go around believing this shit?
They wouldn't have sex with a real person if they had the chance because they have a Gail sex dummy.
And they're not having sex with the real Gail.
It's like
her
the
sex
Data,
dummy. Yeah.
It's like the Data version of Gail.
Exactly.
And it's important to note that it's not, these men, they know that even though there's 39 other prestigious men competing for her affections, it's worth it to just swear off any other woman for life, even for the outside chance that you might one day get to be with Gail. Because, I mean, just look at her, listen to her. First of all, she's like the next Galileo. And second of all, I mean, have you ever even seen a more attractive woman in all your life?
Never.
I don't think you ever have. So
impossible.
You know, I can understand these guys on the Church of Gail and their 40 sex robots.
We've got a problem right now.
Problem right now.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu?
She can't.
Keanu Reeves?
She can't even say Keanu Reeves.
Keanu.
So this guy's supposedly in love with her, but she doesn't even know his fucking name.
40 on my marriage list was really upset because he couldn't find his dummy. He lives at, I believe he lives at Church of Gail, like most of the men on my marriage list do. And he wanted to make love to the dummy, and he couldn't find her. So he got really upset. In fact, I'll read you what he said.
There's like a there should be a children's book based on this.
What?
Keanu Reeves loses his Gail sex doll and has to go find it. It should be like a pop-up book.
So there's 40 men, most of them actors.
God, I would love to track these guys down and show them this video. I'm like, do you have 5 minutes, sir?
And they
we
live
have
on
something to show you.
They live on an intergalactic starship.
And if they deny it,
/ church,
she'll just say, what is her standard line? If the people deny it, they're clones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has she ever given an explanation as to why she's not on this church?
Probably not.
Starship?
I mean, it could have happened, but does it really even matter?
No. I mean, it's obviously just a bunch of bullshit anyways.
No, Scotty, I believe in the Church of Gail.
Okay.
Hashtag I believe. Hashtag I believe.
But I can't find my Gail sex dummy. I mean, I was just using it the other day, and
Gail
now
use the
it's
Gail
gone.
sex
No
dummy? 'Cause
way.
she's so amazing,
Has anyone seen it? I really
know?
need it right now. This is most bodacious, and then...
Hold on.
Wait,
what? Most bodacious.
First of all,
bodacious is a positive.
Yeah,
thing.
first of all, bodacious is that's a positive term.
Yeah,
Like,
he'd be like bummer or
Be like,
something.
the proper word would be like that's bogus or something
Yeah.
like that.
Why-
Even if you're gonna go with that lingo.
But even more important, why is it like Bill and Ted's Excellent
I know.
Adventures?
Because maybe that's the only thing she's ever seen him in. You know?
Bodacious, I can't find the doll. That doesn't make any sense.
It's so stupid.
There's so much wrong with this.
Dude, where's my Gail sex doll?
Poor
Bodacious.
Poor Keanu.
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 Poor
Keanu.
Keanu can't find his sex doll. Whoa, this is bodacious.
Whoa.
It's so ridiculous.
my men, Brent Spiner, Matthew McConaughey, and Gerard Butler, Hugh Jackman, they tried to console him.
Hugh Jackman. So it's just like, it's a fucking spaceship full of famous actors that all want this woman, but instead of like banging her on Earth, they're on the spaceship and they all have sex dolls.
What is the
and they
mission?
console each other. Sorry, you couldn't find your sex dummy.
What is the mission of the Church of Gail? Like, what is it out there doing? Is it
to worship Gail? I think.
But why do they need to be in space flying around
They
for
can't
that?
properly worship her on Earth, TJ.
Why not?
Too much interference from like sound
Interference,
waves.
huh? Okay.
And the beams they put into people's brain to make them not worship Gail. You know.
Yeah, that is
the
unfortunate.
mind control beams.
The Jesuits are too strong here on Earth, so
exactly.
But Jesuits are out there and they're fucking shooting photon torpedoes and shit.
But the Church of Gail is strong enough to repel those attacks in space.
But they can't contend with a taco and burrito.
Right.
In fact, one time they were one bean away from being destroyed. One bean away.
Yeah.
Brent said, "I don't believe I've seen your dummy, Kanye."
It's not how she's making this up as she goes along. It sounds. What bullshit am I going to say next? I mean, this is so transparent.
You didn't misplace it. Matthew McConaughey said, "Oh no, I hope you find her soon. I'd hate to think it walked away and got lost or stolen." And then Gerard Butler wrote, "Matthew, those little lassies, as I understand, are highly subservient. It would be highly uncharacteristic for one of those dummies to just walk away and leave
lassies.
her bloke I'll send a note to the church's lost and found desk to let them know to keep an eye out for it, Canyo. Then Hugh...
Canyo.
Canyo?
Canyo. Canyo Reeves. So embarrassing.
Yeah.
The Church of Gail.
The Church of Bullshit.
Do you want to hear any more of the... No. Okay.
Not particularly.
Met our Gail quota.
Should I play Vigilant Christian next?
Why?
No.
No.
I don't have any, actually.
Yeah.
I don't have
So
any.
I pass on that.
It's proof of God.
Let's see. Sure, why not? We'll play this one here.
I think it's time that we ban alcohol. We should make alcohol illegal. People are saying that alcohol is good for your health. But new studies are out saying the people that drink a
Okay, alcohol is not good for your health. I mean, maybe a little bit is fine, but drinking like till you're drunk, like really drunk every day, that's not good for your health.
No, not at all.
Have you watched this whole video, Ben?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of it. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I'm just wondering, does he ever like address the fact that was tried before and failed?
You know, I don't remember if he does mention,
because it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, I would think that anyone who is going to make a pro-prohibition argument for alcohol would at least address, like, very quickly, like right out the gate, why we need to try prohibition again when it didn't work the first time. I would think you'd almost have to address that before you could even go anywhere else with the argument.
TJ, it did work. Al Capone made a lot of money off of that, so it worked.
So did the Kennedys.
Yeah.
All right.
glass of wine every day that are really healthy, it has nothing to do with the glass of wine. It's the fact that they live the type of lifestyle where they can sit and have a glass of wine every day.
Actually,
so
it's the
less about the glass
antioxidants.
of wine.
Right.
It's actually the antioxidants. It's nothing to do with either of those things.
Wine, and more that they have a lifestyle where they can purchase wine. They have enough money to have wine with a meal and the consciousness to be caring about their health.
You know, wine is not that expensive.
Right.
I mean, like, I can go to the gas station and get some wine for $5.99.
Yeah, wine is not out of the reach of most people.
Right. You know, there's wines to accommodate every fucking budget, you know.
I've been to some places where, even in restaurants in other countries, where wine is cheaper than soft drinks.
Sure.
So,
yeah, so I've been like, this notion that like wine is this highfalutin drink
Right.
that only rich, lazy people can afford is pretty out there.
Time to sit and relax and drink. They could be drinking warm water. Just the fact that they are doing that. So I don't think there's really a big health issue with helping with wine, any sort of alcohol for that matter. Some people claim to be moderate drinkers. Most everybody I know has a drinking problem. Most of society in America has a drinking problem.
No.
But
Garbage.
That's not even true.
yeah.
Not even anywhere near true. I mean, yeah, there's people who are alcoholics and there's people who do drink too much, but I wouldn't say that that is by any means a majority of people. I mean, I've maybe met a couple alcoholics in my entire life who are truly alcoholics.
Yeah, and do we really want to get mixed up in trying to enforce alcohol being illegal again? You know, people are still going to make it at home and smuggle it in from other places.
Yeah, we've already tried prohibition of alcohol, and, you know, it went away.
We're already dealing with prohibition of pretty much every other drug in the world.
And now
that ain't working out either.
No.
Yeah,
Just
now
in case anyone
and now
hasn't been
states are
paying
repealing, you know, the marijuana laws, and we're seeing just great successes with that. So I think, if anything, this guy is just totally off base. We just need to keep alcohol legal. We need to legalize marijuana. We need to legalize most drugs, really.
Hell, all prohibiting alcohol did the first time around was lead to the birth of organized crime. Maybe not the birth of organized crime, but a huge surge in organized crime.
Oh, yeah. That lasted, you know, probably for about 60, 70 years after even those acts have been repealed. I mean, organized crime still exists, but, I mean, it really kind of peaked.
But it still kind of exists on the back of black market substances.
Oh, sure.
And goods, like, you know, illegal guns and narcotics and shit.
bunch of stinking drunks. Friends, family, I used to be one of them till I got sick and couldn't drink anymore and pulled myself out of this cloud of drunkenness and escapism. It's really sick and it's really sad. Let's ban alcohol. Save millions. And all the drunk driving fatalities, millions of people die, lives are ruined. You know, if it wasn't for alcohol, the prisons would be almost empty.
Oh,
no.
What?
So, but no.
No.
You want the prisons to be more full by making alcohol illegal.
If we make more things illegal, less people will be in prison. No.
I think the drug most people are arrested for is not alcohol, it's marijuana.
Wow, this is just like a new breed of stupid. Like,
I mean, for a minute, he has a good point. It's like, at least at a point with, like, you know, drunk driving, it's like, I don't think we should ban alcohol, but that actually is a valid thing that happens.
Right.
Most people drink. That actually is a valid, like, effect of drinking. Then it just goes off the deep end. I mean, this guy is just like...
But the problem is, we've already seen that if you ban alcohol, it doesn't stop people from drinking. It just pushes drinking underground.
Sure. It's called a speakeasy.
Right. You know, all that's going to happen is alcohol is just going to be yet another substance that fuels black markets, that, you know, makes money for people. You know, like there's no way to regulate it. There's no way to actually look at what's being done to, you know, create this stuff. People can be cutting corners. People can be, you know, putting, you know, dangerous chemicals in it because, oh, this will make them feel drunker quicker, you know? So, I mean, like, all it would do is just make the people who are making the alcohol less responsible because they don't have anyone looking over their shoulder. And then you make criminals a shit ton of money because they're going to be selling the booze underground.
even in countries where alcohol is illegal now, people still find it.
Yeah, they still make homebrews, like countries like Saudi Arabia, you know, Iran, yeah.
Because of all the crimes people do, all doped up and drugged up on alcohol and drugs. And alcohol's the worst. Alcohol's horrible. It's a killer.
It does kill people.
Yeah, it does kill people.
No one's arguing that alcohol is a
so
good thing.
so does furniture. Should we ban furniture too? You know, I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous argument. I mean, and I would say furniture is probably more pervasive than alcohol is. You know, I mean, sure, alcohol is a mind-altering substance, but most people know that you should not drink lots of alcohol and drive or do these things.
Right, and
there's people that do.
I think people should also know that alcohol kills their liver if they drink too much of it. Yeah. Like, I would say those are the biggest dangers that you could really find. But if people just use it in moderation, they'll be fine.
It's about using anything responsibly. I mean, if you swallow a whole bottle of Tylenol, you're not using it responsibly.
Yeah, that'll kill your liver too.
And that can kill your liver too. I mean, it's really about personal responsibility. If people drink too much, sure they're going to make bad decisions. Sure they're going to get in trouble. Sure they're going to do all these things. But I mean, that's when people take it to an extreme. Most people don't take it to an extreme every night where they get wasted. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I would say the majority of people use alcohol responsibly, not the way he's trying to posit it, where everyone's just like, woohoo, you know, bottle of Jack a night.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, give me a break.
The problem is that just because you make a rule doesn't mean people are going to obey it. You know, all you're going to do is, by criminalizing alcohol, is turn everyone who drinks into a criminal.
Yeah, and removing the sensible regulation that they have on it. It'll be easier to find in black markets for people that are underage.
Sure, because if alcohol is being sold by the state or only by licensed liquor dealers, and the alcohol itself is subject to inspections and regulations and standards, then no one's going to be selling it to a fucking 15-year-old or something.
Yeah, and risking losing the right to sell it to everyone else.
Right,
Doesn't
but I
make
mean,
any
if you're
sense.
just some black market dealer, what the fuck do you care? Money's money.
Yeah, you don't give a shit. You're just like, hey, it's time to make some money. Drug dealers aren't fucking parents. They're just like, fuck this. Give me some fucking shit. Give me the money. You want the shit? That's it.
Not to mention they'll kill each other over territory.
Nah, you're lying.
It's not like,
what they do, Cheat, is they just put up a fence like, this is my territory, and they go, okay.
I mean, in regulated capitalism, businesses are forced to compete on a somewhat fair level. Now, that obviously the ideal has not exactly been met, but if it's just a black market business with no regulation and someone starts, encroaching on your territory, you're just going to be like, well, fuck them. I'm just going to kill them before they kill me. So all it does is lead to more violence, and this is not just speculation. I mean, this is all stuff that happened when we tried this the first time.
You're lying.
There's a reason that
you lie.
Prohibition was such a terrible failure that it's the only amendment to the Constitution to ever actually be
you know what, TJ?
rescinded.
You know what, TJ? I've actually been persuaded by this guy. Let's ban everything.
Ban everything.
Ban everything. Let's
hashtag
ban the show.
Should it be
ban
hashtag
TJ,
ban everything
Ben,
or hashtag ban it
Scotty,
all?
ban webcams, ban microphones, ban everything. Because everything is potentially dangerous or could hurt you. I'm looking at you. What if this microphone short-circuited and electrocuted you?
That's true. I never thought about that.
You know, I mean, you don't think about these kind of things, TJ. This is just a danger to society. Let's ban everything and just live in like protective bubbles.
I'm pretty scared right now.
You know, I'm fearful.
We built our society. It's our religion. It's one of America's religions. So let's ban alcohol. Are you ready? Because all alcoholics drink booze.
No
all
shit.
booze drinkers aren't alcoholics, but all alcoholics are booze drinkers. Of course, we can't ban it. We tried. America was so sick of alcohol.
So is he trying to claim that there were no alcoholics that were like wine drinkers or
I don't know,
beer drinkers? I don't know if that's true at all. I'm sure, you know, shows someone that's like a martini drinker. Well, I guess that has booze in it. But yeah, I don't know.
This guy's a moron.
Yeah, he's weird.
We tried to ban it, 60, 70 years ago?
Yeah.
We couldn't do it because America was so addicted to alcohol.
That's not
that
true.
We,
It
that
was
we
banned.
overturned the law. We just drank it.
The law was in place for quite a few years before
Right.
it was overturned.
He said, but he just phrased it almost. Well, I guess now he's kind of going back on that. But for a second, it sounded like he was saying it was never passed.
Well, and also, I mean, there was a huge buildup to prohibition in America. It was like, and when it finally occurred and it passed through the Congress and all the states ratified it, it was like, oh, now this is going to cure all these social ills, and it didn't. I mean, obviously, this is. I mean, these prohibition people. I mean, sometimes it makes sense to prohibit, like hey, let's prohibit murder. You know what I mean? Let's prohibit things like that. But drugs, it just doesn't really work. People just don't give a shit, and people are still going to use them. I mean, there's really harsh penalties for fucking selling drugs in America. In many countries in the world, there's countries in the world, if you sell drugs or import them, you can be executed.
Yeah,
people
Singapore,
still do it.
Malaysia.
Yeah, people still do it.
Indonesia, I think.
There's literally nothing to stop it. If the demand is that high and there's so much money and it's so lucrative, people are going to be, if a demand, there's going to be a supply.
Anyway, even though we could go to prison for it, America fought it and made illegal booze, and now we're just this big drunk nation. But of course we're not going to stop drinking. Wanting to ban alcohol would be like saying, terrorism's a bad thing. All Muslims aren't terrorists, but all...
Okay, I'm done with him. He's an
Yeah.
idiot. I was like,
on.
what? What? It's like saying what? Okay. Here's a video that claims that drinking milk is like rocket fuel for cancer.
Scotty stopped drinking milk, so...
Yeah.
So you believe it causes cancer?
I don't believe it causes cancer. I just did it for my diet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Scotty's a pussy.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you're doing it for whatever nutritional reasons, that's fine, but this guy thinks it causes cancer.
Rocket fuel for cancer.
Yeah, rocket fuel for
I don't know.
cancer.
Monica might think it causes cancer, but I doubt she'd ever come on the show, so...
Hi, Russ Curran, and today I want to talk to you about a subject I've been dying to get on video, and it's all to do with the subject of milk, okay? And I got to be careful because I could go way too long on this one. I want to keep it very short.
Yeah, often when I start,
is,
rambling on the subject of milk, no time limit can constrain me because I have so much to say about milk.
For lack of a better word, the biggest scam pulled over on the American population that there ever has been. The dairy industry
live in the
is a
age of
very,
hyperbole,
very
do we
powerful
not?
industry. You can tell because you see their ads on TV and in magazines and newspaper everywhere, every day. They've infiltrated the school systems. They are very big into politics, and they've got a lot of money. Okay, so the reason why I say
More
that,
like
I'm going to
got
explain
cancer.
to you how dangerous milk really is for your health. Because a lot of people think, well, Russ, come on. I mean, we've been drinking milk since, I mean, I'm 46 years old when I was a kid, and our parents and our grandparents, right?
Yeah. So milk is bad.
Yeah.
Don't drink milk, everyone.
I don't know if milk is necessarily bad for you, but it's not. You definitely don't need it. You know, that's the whole thing about it too. Is like, I definitely agree that there's a perception with a lot of people. Where it's like, I have to drink milk or I have to have dairy products. You don't.
I don't sit around and drink milk. I'll put milk in coffee, and you know, that kind of stuff. But I won't pour like a giant glass of milk and drink it. I just think it's ridiculous that this guy claims it causes cancer.
I follow the Harvard food pyramid, which is based more on science, and they recommend you have about 1 to 2 servings of dairy a day max. I think people have a lot more dairy than they need, but I don't think you necessarily are unhealthy for using dairy at all.
Starting way back on the
cancer
farm
everywhere.
with cows, and before it started being pasteurized, homogenized, and put in grocery stores. And that is actually the healthiest form of milk to drink, right from a cow, raw milk. The best way to go if you're going to drink it. However, I still wouldn't recommend that, and I'm going to explain why. Here's what milk does to you. Number one, it's pasteurized. Okay, pasteurized milk like this particular brand or any kind of brand you see in a grocery store, and it will tell you it's right here, right on the bottom. You can see that ultra pasteurized, and that's even worse actually than pasteurized when it's ultra.
Because it's ultra. Ultra pasteurized is worse than
ultra
pasteurized.
cancer.
I think we could figure that out on our own, you know, why it was worse. I don't think we needed you to spell it out. If pasteurized is bad and ultra pasteurized is worse, we can already see why, you know. Usually when you, like, it's like if you're told, like, sir, you have ultra AIDS.
You have
like,
ultra
oh, shit. How long do I have? It's like, didn't you hear me? I said you have ultra AIDS.
20
You could
seconds.
be dead any second now. Ultra AIDS. Did you not hear the ultra? Come on.
Because what pasteurization is the heating up process. Okay, so it heats it up to 180 degrees or higher. Ultra is probably in the 200s. And it basically destroys every living enzyme in the milk. This video that will help you understand the proof behind this scientifically. Okay, so what are some
still boring. Never mind. Fuck this dude.
What do you mean to tell me the guy who talks about milk for 10 minutes and 41 seconds is boring?
I was going to skip around in it, but apparently it's still boring.
It's boring no matter what you do.
Yeah.
He's talking about milk. I mean, come on.
Milk.
Milk.
TJ, I've seen you devour so much milk.
That's true, I do.
Yeah.
I've got strong bones.
TJ will just like eat cereal and just like pour milk in it like.
I'm probably gonna get some cereal on my way back home. Actually.
Yeah, TJ eats way too much dairy.
What are you
Bullshit.
gonna get?
I love dairy.
Nah, you eat way too much.
What kind of cereal are you gonna get?
Probably Fruity Pebbles, as long as John Cena's off the box.
Oh.
But if he's still on the box, I'm gonna get something
TJ,
else.
you literally just eat garbage.
No.
No.
Garbage would be like if I ate the box and the plastic.
No, you can recycle the box actually, but
I usually don't.
The stuff in I usually do for you. But I mean, think about what you're eating in that. I mean, you can claim like all these people are like health nuts or just they're stupid or whatever. But
Yeah, I do.
You know, yeah. But I mean, the thing is too is like you're literally eating garbage.
Yeah, you know what? When you're fucking old and miserable and you wish you were dead, remember I am dead because I made the right choice and ate unhealthy food.
Yeah, there you go.
So you suck my dick, you fucking miserable old fuck.
No, I think I'll be actually healthy and fine, TJ. Whereas,
Nope, you're gonna be a decrepit old
No, you'll
70-year-old
be-
piece of shit who wishes he was dead because your spine
You know
is
what, TJ?
broken.
I hope science keeps you alive and you're just miserable.
No, I'm gonna if science keeps me alive, I'm gonna have a badass cybernetic body, and I'm gonna fucking
cybernetic body.
You wish.
I'm gonna shoot fucking missiles out of my tits. It's gonna be
Giant
great.
cybernetic cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Ultra
with hydraulic power.
I'm sure I'm gonna be lined up around the block to sleep with you, TJ.
It's gonna be a jackhammer.
You just like kill them every time you have sex with them.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're dead, but it was good for me. So,
well, you know, when you're a fucking giant, you know, cybernetic monster, it doesn't really matter. You know, people are nothing to you. Everyone's disposable.
Mech Warrior TJ.
You know, it's not my fault that I'm bound to have godlike powers at some point.
Butt King made a video, but I don't know if you guys want to
Butt
talk about
King.
it. It's the top 10 atheist fallacies by Butt King.
Oh, sure. That sounds wonderful.
A top 10 list from Brett Keane.
Please subscribe.
Top 10 reasons not to attack my
fucking
family.
18 minutes long.
I know.
What is wrong with you, Brett?
Radio show. And today we're
18 minutes of this horse shit.
Common fallacies of
Okay, he talks so
Then again, he
slowly.
does
logic
talk so
and
slowly. Hey, can we speed him
rationality
up?
and how they fail at every single
I
one.
don't know how.
You don't
You
even
suck,
have
Ben.
to be an atheist or an agnostic to be able to see the serious issues and problems and the constant
Come on.
TJ, don't attack my family.
fallacies. Most people would agree on the religious side, as well as people of all different groups, that when dealing with an atheist is like dealing with a mental midget who has intellectual.
Wait.
stump.
Pause. So he is going to go talk about logical fallacies, and then he launches to an ad hominem. Most atheists are mental midgets.
Mental midgets, yeah.
Scotty!
So before he gets to his list, his fallacy list.
Butt King's bad, guys.
Bad.
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 He's stupid.
Let's take a look at some of the fallacies, and we will give examples.
He's
We
going
are
to
going
show us
speak
his
in
phallus.
simplistic language so
See.
everybody can understand what these fallacies
Even
are
stupid
without all the
atheists.
mumble jumble. Ad hominem.
Oh my God,
When
you just did that.
I know.
Wow. And these are not atheist logical fallacies. These are just informal logical fallacies. You see,
No, only atheists use them.
Yeah, definitely not theists.
Talking to some of these atheists, they're like mental midgets who just don't understand.
One attacks the person instead
just
of
did
the
this,
argument.
Brett King, you fucking
In simplistic
moron.
terms, whenever
that
you're
was an
trying
ad
to have a
hominem,
debate
Scotty.
about science or
give a
theology or
shit.
history, geography, archaeology, whatever the case might be, and the other individual feels like they're trying to push an agenda, and they feel like they're failing at it miserably, becoming insecure, non-confident within their own debate structure, beliefs,
Oh my
views,
God, this is just
ideologies.
garbage.
And then what they
This
do,
is total fucking garbage. He's just sit there and be like, when they become insecure, then I'm destroying them. It's like, Brett, can you not destroy anything except a Big Mac?
Appeal to authority. Wow, religion is the ultimate appeal to
Religious
authority.
people.
What are you
And
talking
if it's
about?
not that, then it's they
all
appeal
your
through the
almost
Bible
every
and then
fucking
state-
part of religious ideology is like God said so. So, I mean, that's the entire basis of your stupid fucking religion in the first place.
We
is
should
an
have
appeal
crossed
to
out
authority.
atheism and put religion.
He doesn't have a religion. He's a theist.
Yes, he
He's a
does.
theist.
Yes, he does.
He's a theist.
He's a fucking Christian. He can say he
He's a
can do his
theist.
mental fucking gymnastics and contortions, but Brett Keane is a fucking Christian.
No.
Some guy that I don't even know personally, like Christopher Hitchens or Richard Dawkins, said something about the Bible, therefore it must be true. Or look at who said this or who said that, the celebrity in the news or on a show. Who is most likely someone who doesn't have any traction or power anyway, but because the atheist perceives someone as an authority or a popular figure, they will use the individual as a way to try to make their point. This does not work. It's simple.
You don't even understand what an appeal to authority
God,
is.
he's so fucking stupid.
If someone like is using a Hitchens quote, they're probably using it because it actually, in and of itself, advances some sort of argument. You have to actually address the argument. Just because someone quotes someone doesn't mean that they're viewing them as an absolute authority. It's pretty silly.
TJ, stop attacking my family.
When a claim... Okay, here we go.
Stop
Claim
attacking
is
my
considered
family.
true because it hasn't been disproven, and also vice versa proven. The atheist will state, well, I don't see any evidence or information to prove the existence of God, therefore he does not exist. Or, because I don't like...
So wait a minute. Hold on. I'm boggled by this. The very definition he has on screen is when a claim is considered true because it hasn't been disproven. That's exactly the arguments that he and his friends have made to us on a million times. You can't disprove God, so God must be real.
It's funny how he's basically been guilty of Each fallacy.
That's why he added that or vice versa on there. But that's not part of the fucking definition. He added that so that it would actually, because he knew this. He looked at this and said, oh, well, I guess that describes me, so I'll add this or vice versa thing. But that doesn't even make sense.
You want to move on?
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
I think we know who the true mental midget is.
Well, howdy, how y'all doing today? I know I ain't been around much. I've been sitting back thinking.
Thinking.
Where do you think this guy's from?
I don't know. It seems like Mississippi or something.
Yeah.
I know, that's kind of dangerous for me. But anyway, I got to thinking, how did we get in the shape that we are today as Americans? Well, I thought about it long and hard, and I think it all started back on July 8th of 1947. That's right. Y'all remember that date? You don't?
Do you know what he's talking about yet?
Not yet.
All right.
Okay. Here we go, history lesson. Back on July 8th, 1947, all these people right outside of Roswell, New Mexico, seen this UFO.
Man, you know, when I heard his accent, I was like, you know what, I'm not just going to assume this guy is an idiot just because he has a southern accent. And then he starts talking, I'm like, it all sounds pretty reasonable so far. And then it's like, Roswell, New Mexico with them aliens. I'm like, fuck.
Yep.
Why? Why did you have to conform
And they
to
say
so
that
many
UFO
stereotypes?
crashed right outside of Roswell at a sheep and donkey farm. And they say that aircraft had 5 aliens on it. That's right. Well, I don't know if this is a coincidence or not, but 9 months later, in April of 1948, the following people were born. Barack Obama, Al Gore, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, John Kerry, Howard Dean, Nancy Pelosi.
They could have been part of the baby boom.
They were all born around that time, along with a bunch of other people that were born around that time.
The largest generation of Americans, the baby boomers.
Dianne Feinstein.
Dianne Feinstein.
Charles Schumer. Barbara Boxer, Joe Biden, Harry Reid, Al Sharpton, and Eric Holden. Now, you tell me, is this a coincidence or not?
Yes.
I would say, coincidence. No, it's actually not a coincidence. Here's why. Because those two events don't even seem like they have anything to do with each other.
Yeah, you're right.
There's not even a coincidence. A coincidence is like when something strange happens and you're like, man, how did that? I mean, I guess it just must be some crazy coincidence. But this isn't even that. This is like, you know, in 1947, a bunch of crazy lunatics thought they saw aliens, and then a year later, a bunch of fucking liberal politicians were born in one of the largest booms, well, the baby boom. It's called the fucking baby boom for a fucking reason. It's not a coincidence. It's nothing even to do with each other.
I think this is what happens when aliens breed with sheep and jackasses.
Oh.
I think we need to close the borders and take our country back. Whatever.
He was just building that punchline, so it's
Y'all
okay.
have a good day.
Wow.
He was just, it was all right. It was just a bad joke, is what it really was.
Anyone who hasn't visited the United States before, just want to let you know that when you come here, like, probably about 99.9% of us are all like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
I feel like our show is sometimes like it's like the antonym or the antithesis of a travel ad for America. It's like, here's a bunch of reasons why to never come here.
Right.
Unless you just want to fucking see crazy people close up. I guess you could treat it like a human zoo.
What was it George Carlin said? Ticket to the freak show?
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
If you want a front row seat at the freak show, come to America, where you can meet people like this just wandering around on the streets. They're allowed to do whatever they want. They could probably even vote.
They probably do, too.
This guy probably votes.
More
Welcome
than
to
likely.
America. Enjoy.
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 No Christian should ever involve himself or herself in the practice of yoga.
All right. I know usually don't agree with Christians and stuff, but on this issue, I agree. I don't do yoga. I feel that there's something unholy about it.
I didn't know there was a stupid song at the beginning.
What are we watching? Fucking Star Trek Enterprise? Get this crap off here.
Okay.
This song is garbage.
Dangerous to partake in. It's like so many Christians say, well, we're just stretching, we're not doing the spiritual.
Is he talking to me with his mind? What's happening here?
And all this. So his name's Mike. Mike, well, welcome yourself here to the Raw Life. Welcome yourself here to Torah Life Ministries.
Amazing ventriloquist.
Tell everybody who you are and about this topic of Christian yoga.
Well, I am very happy to be with you on this particular program. I was a teacher of Kundalini Yoga at 4 universities, and I had about 300 students under me. I ran a yoga ashram in Tampa, Florida, and I was a personal student of Yogi Bhajan and one of his first student teachers in the United States. So I've experienced that aspect of spirituality in depth. And I would dare to say that no Christian should ever involve himself or herself in the practice of yoga.
Yeah. Because it just opens you up to all kinds of demons and stuff.
Is that what it does?
He dropped the fucking hammer. He's like, don't do it.
You know, I was involved in yoga, and I gotta say that, you know, no one should ever do it.
They always do that scam, you know, like when it comes to anything, like, you know, they don't want you to drink, you know.
I used to be an alcoholic.
I drank for 18 years.
One day I came home, beat my wife to death, and now I turn to Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus done made it all better.
Jesus forgave me for killing my wife.
I have an article on my website, thetruelight.net, where I
Yoga
go into 5
kills.
reasons I no longer practice Hatha Yoga. Under the
5
category various
reasons.
articles and FAQ, down toward the bottom, 5 reasons I no longer practice Hatha Yoga.
I cannot even, like, if I saw that list anywhere, I cannot even think of, like, something that sounds more boring than that. I can't even, like, you know, I'd rather be like 5 random, you know, names from the phone book, you know. I mean,
okay, the thing about this kind of shit is like, what do these people do for like fun in their lives? They literally think that yoga is bad. If you're a Christian, it's bad to do yoga.
Most people say, "Hey, I'm just stretching."
Yeah, it's like, isn't that what they're really doing?
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, they're trying to. It's like, it's just fucking yoga. Who cares? It just shows you these people have like all these. They take all these innocuous things and they make them into like these evil satanic things. Like, oh well, you're trying to connect to some foreign thing. And it's evil and wrong.
You should be working on your relationship with Jesus.
Go into much more detail there than I can on this interview, but I thought it would be really good. I'm actually scrolling through that article right now just to give you the overview. Number 1, spiritual roots. Number 2, spiritual perspective. Number 3, spiritual transfer. Number 4, spiritual intrigue. And number 5, spiritual endorsement.
Can we put the milk guy back on?
Yeah, like the milk guy and this guy need to fuck and have the most boring child in the world.
Yeah.
He is the world's most boring man.
Okay.
Either that or he'll rebel by being like this hippie who fucking drinks milk and practices yoga at the same time.
So would you rather listen to this guy or Mario?
I am the milk yogi. Mario is even better than this.
All right.
But barely.
Brown paper bag is more interesting than this guy.
Here's another
person who loves me.
Yes.
Sweet.
This guy.
Everyone loves TJ.
Stupid freaking atheists.
Yeah,
Here we
what
have
is it
another
with
one.
them?
Amazing atheist.
Out of
He's so
harmony.
amazing. Let's watch.
Yeah, let's watch.
Hey everybody, do you remember?
Why is every single retarded freaking idiot go, hey everybody, hey everybody? Come on, dude. Seriously?
Wait, stop. We're really We're really gonna nitpick things to that level now.
Yeah, he played it for
Yeah.
like 3 seconds.
Why do
it was like,
I have a complaint that why do I have to look at your ugly ass face, dude? Like this close up shot of you on your shitty webcam. Like maybe you could actually buy a real fucking camera. You fucking degenerate piece of shit. If we're gonna nitpick to that level, like
Why
I don't like your haircut. I don't like how fucking your eyes are spaced on your head. I don't like your goofy ass fucking giant forehead. I don't like your shirt. I don't like your TV. I don't like the way you decorate your house. I mean, what fucking trivial bullshit. You're a fucking moron. What does that even have to do with an argument against TJ? If you don't like TJ, that's fine. Plenty of people don't like TJ.
he is a piece of shit.
But I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Have a real fucking argument.
Sure he will in a minute.
Brilliant mind who continues to shit nuggets of good old Christian creationist wisdom out of his fat face hole.
Fat face hole. Look who's talking, dude.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I do have. Whenever I think of.
Wait, no, you
fat-
got me. Holy shit. You're right. I didn't even know I was fat when I said that. I said that thinking I was like this scrawny supermodel looking guy, you know, with like this like live muscle over a fucking, you know, gaunt frame. But no. I was actually you pointed out that actually I am fat too.
You got you, dude.
I never even realized
Checkmate,
that.
bitch.
It is funny because he is fat.
Yeah.
Hey, TJ. Evolution, bitch.
Oh.
When you say the word fat, I get this like really evil image in my head of you being naked with a banana and chocolate.
Whoa!
Dude, seriously.
Whoa, man. Why don't you just tell us the truth, guy? You want you and TJ.
This guy is one shave away from being Uncle Fester, so.
TJ, this guy's in love with you. He's like, I just imagine you naked with a banana. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh, TJ.
This great
Will you-
image. Fuck
Will you be...
Can we take our thing down for a second so they can see the smile he's making right now?
He's thinking about TJ and the banana. Ooh, yeah.
Just look at him.
Hey, TJ, I think he wants to eat the banana when he's done with it.
Is that not a creepy looking motherfucker?
And he just made this smile after talking about a banana falling out of your ass.
Oh yeah.
It's like, ugh, yeah.
He looks like he wants to eat it.
I think he will eat it, man. I think you got a new follower, TJ.
Yeah. People are always following me.
He really wants to follow you, TJ.
Follow me with their hands under my ass, hoping a banana will fall out.
Please, banana.
And then I started thinking mathematically about the more fat you are, the smaller something becomes, and
that is true.
I'm trying to calculate that in my head with that image I have,
Yeah,
which
you
is really
you like
evil.
to you like to think
Okay,
about you
never
naked, TJ, and your dick and stuff.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time thinking about me naked.
trying to
actually.
calculate. They're trying to find the equation.
Oh yeah.
What's the equation for me plus TJ equals ecstasy? You know?
Let's keep going.
You know, this guy looks like
Who is
Kevin
fatter than me,
James
by the
and
way?
Fred Durst had a baby with Down syndrome. Yeah, you remember old Josh. Well, he's got a new video out today called Dear Atheists. That's right, Atheists.
This is the University of Common Sense with your host, this guy right here, Professor Josh Fierstein, and I'm going to go ahead and break down today's lesson, atheism and other things that just don't make sense. Here we go.
So this is now no longer just Josh Fierstein. This is Professor.
So I guess he has nothing to say about this part
Right,
so far.
right.
Real substantive
So
argument.
wait, like,
Crickets.
you know, when I'm so far, when it comes to just criticizing like minutia that doesn't matter in the
You're
video,
fat.
he's like got soliloquies to deliver on that shit. But when I start actually like addressing the substantive fucking realities, or well, not realities, but I actually start addressing the substantive parts of the video, then he's just like goes silent. I mean, maybe he's got some really eloquent shit to deliver in a second.
The amazing atheist is fat. End of argument.
University. He's got a PhD in common sensology.
Smarter than you dumbass.
Smarter than you dumbass.
Yeah, that's the first
Where,
thing he
where-
said.
where is your argument?
Oh
dude?
man, that was sharp.
He's smarter than you, and he has a big smile. Gotcha.
Ah, gotcha. You
Bang,
got
bang,
served.
gotcha.
I guess this guy is like the reincarnation of Oscar Wilde, bringing that shit.
Oh yeah.
Smarter than you, dumbass.
Smarter than you, dumbass. yeah, man.
You
Push you
fucking
in your
suck.
knocker, bitch.
thought of Josh as a very common sense kind of guy. He has the
Chew my
common
gum.
sense
Here to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
But I still have bubble gum, so I'm gonna have to show you
gum or
your ass
stuffs their
later.
face in a video. I mean,
I've done it before.
Okay, but you're a dumbass.
That is true.
realize that the prevailing scientific explanations for the cosmos and for the diversity of life are all just bunk. He knows.
Yeah, like we came from nothing. Can you explain to me how the hell we came from nothing?
All right, here you go. There's a book by Lawrence Krauss called A Universe from Nothing, and it doesn't explain how we came from nothing because we don't know that we came from nothing. He just posits scientifically ways that it would be possible for something to come from nothing. Because you have to realize that, you know, you have this, like, basically your argument is this doesn't match up with my common sense.
TJ.
Shut up.
You're making an appeal to
Shut up.
authority, TJ.
No, I'm not making an appeal to authority because I'm explaining the case.
I'm Buck Kane.
But the problem is that, you know,
Don't
like,
attack my family, TJ.
God damn it, Scotty, I'm going to come over and kick you in the face.
Do it, bitch.
Common sense. Common
Bring it on,
sense,
bitch!
Scotty. It defies common sense for the universe to come from nothing. Sure.
Okay, but twist the argument around, too. Okay, you're going to go ahead and do that, I'm sure.
But the fact is that if we could just figure out the universe with common sense, we wouldn't even need science. We'd just be like, oh, well, obviously this is what happened. We don't know what happened. And we already know that something comes from nothing all the time. Quantum physics has taught us that. And quantum physics has held up to scrutiny. So, you know, what you're basically arguing with is like, I don't agree with science because I have a gut instinct otherwise. Well, who gives a shit?
Well, no, but what he's saying doesn't make sense. He's saying okay, the universe had to come from something, right? Well,
right.
And then he's saying, well, that's
But
God.
it's going to be God, of course, right.
But who created God? Because God must have a cause.
No, God is the uncaused cause. And for some reason, that just makes perfect sense, and they can just end it there.
Well, then they'll say, well, God is beyond time. Well, it's like, well, none of this makes any sense. You can't really prove that. That's not in the Bible.
If the prevailing cosmological model of the Big Bang is correct, then there was no time prior to the Big Bang, and therefore causality is meaningless.
I don't think I don't think that computes for this guy. He just doesn't understand.
Well, I mean, this guy probably doesn't know how to tie his fucking shoes, so of course it doesn't compute with him.
Without a first cause. Would love to know the answer to that.
I just gave it to
you guys got
you,
it all
bitch.
figured out. You're like, we got step 2 through 40 figured out for how we got here, but we sort of forgot the first step. You know, how the hell did we get from nothing to something?
Okay,
I don't know how we got
what created
that
your
point
God that you have never
accomplished.
proved?
And anytime,
Okay,
any
so wait, you're
creationist
basically saying, and first of all, I think when it comes to the number one thing, we say we don't know. The difference between us, when we say we don't know, and you say, well, actually we do know, it was God, is that when we say we don't know, we're telling the truth. When you say it was God, you're fucking lying. You don't know it was God. There's no fucking evidence it was God. You absurd, ridiculous fuck. How dare you fucking insult my intelligence when you happen to be a grade A fucking retard?
How dare you say that, TJ? This guy is a scholar and a gentleman.
Yeah. Or anybody asks an evolutionist or an atheist, how the hell did the first step happen? Well, we don't freaking know. We're just scientists.
We
don't
don't.
know that type of stuff.
We don't know. Oh my God, an honest answer to a fucking question. That must be against your religion, huh? Pompous piece of shit.
That's philosophy. No, actually, that's the first step. And if
No
you
one
can't
says that's
solve
philosophy.
That one, 2 through 40 don't matter, dude. They don't matter at all.
What?
Now,
What?
evolutionists
No,
are
hold
living-
on. No, 2 through 40 matter regardless of what number 1 is. And it's not 2 through 40. It's like 2 through some number you can't even fucking comprehend.
Okay, another problem with this. So let's say that you know him as a theist believes, well, God's always existed. Well, then how is it ridiculous the universe hasn't always existed? I mean, if God can always exist, then why can't the universe always have existed? You know what I mean? In the sense that it was always here. You know what I mean? Or was caused by this thing. Like, I don't really understand that. You know what I mean?
It's just because they have this fucking they pretend like they have this ultra high level that they need to be convinced of something, and yet when it comes to their own theory, with their own hypothesis,
It's all faith-based.
the God hypothesis, then all of a sudden their fucking exacting standards just melt into fucking oblivion, And all they need is like, well,
Personal experience.
some fucking peasants said so 2,000 years ago, must be real.
So Bronze Age peasants witnessed a bunch of miracles. They were convinced. It's like, well, they witnessed miracles. We haven't witnessed anything. Well, you just need to have faith. Pray. Or as G-Man said, what's like the power, a personal prayer.
Answered prayer.
Yeah, answered prayer. What a joke.
More intelligent, and they think, maybe a god did number one, and sort of set in motion
No
2 through
intelligent
40.
person thinks that.
That actually makes
Or
a little
if they
bit
do,
of
they're
sense.
severely
But
fallen in their way of
no,
thinking.
I wouldn't say no intelligent person thinks that, but I don't think any intelligent person could think that to such an extent that they would be willing to call everyone else idiots who didn't think that. But I personally, I don't see how any, I don't see how it's at all reasonable to make as an assumption. We're not exactly sure how the universe started, therefore there must have been this all-powerful conscious entity that did it all because we have this holy book that says so, even though there have been all these other religions that had all these alternate explanations throughout history, and this is probably just another example of that. No, but somehow this one's true because, pull a reason out of your ass, basically. Why the Bible is more true than the Quran, or it's more true than Zeus, or it's more true than fucking Amun-Ra, or Baal, or any fucking god.
No, we can't use the god word. We can use maybe the word alien, ancient aliens.
What?
What?
I mean, what
No,
else do you
I've
guys...
never. Anyone who's no one has ever. I've never, ever heard anyone say that aliens created the universe. Well, I guess I have. If you go by the simulation theory stuff, like, oh, well, this is probably a simulation within another universe that's running a model or test or something. I guess then you would posit aliens. But other than that, I've never heard anyone posit that the universe was created by aliens. I've heard people say that life on Earth might have been created by aliens, which I don't think there's any evidence to support that either.
No, not really.
But it's certainly more plausible than an all-powerful deity that just wills things into existence. And he created the universe, but he has a specific agenda that he'd like to lay on humanity. Hey, you primitive fucking apes living on this minuscule ball of dust in this vast cosmic realm, this is all for you, and you better follow my rules. No dicks and butts, guys. Come on. And women are worth less than men. And slavery is okay. And cut off your fucking the tip of your dick.
Tab. I mean, that's the only thing I've ever heard of other than God, practically, for a starting point.
No.
The common
Then you haven't
sensical
listened
truth
very much, have you?
That we were all magicked into being.
It makes more sense than somehow nothing becoming something.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't, because there's evidence to support the idea that nothing became something. There's evidence to support that. How is it? By what standard? Just because that's because you arbitrarily think that, therefore it must be true? So you're basically saying that you're the arbiter of all truth? So you're not only claiming that God exists, but that you're him? Incredible. Next.
Next. You're not done with him?
He's shit. He's garbage. Why? There's no point. It's like fucking. It's like being confronted by a stupid child that thinks they have all the answers. All right, we can do a little more.
Okay.
By an ill-tempered but all-powerful patriarch who hates gay people.
Actually, he doesn't hate gay people.
Well, tell it to
If you read
Leviticus,
the book
bitch.
of Jasher, you find out what Sodom was. Wasn't a bunch of gays. They were heterosexuals.
Well,
who
then why
liked
were they trying to
maim,
rape male
torture,
angels?
Kill, rob. If you're starving, they would give you money, tie you to a
All right,
pole, and
stop.
wouldn't give you any food.
So Leviticus says that if man lie with a man as he lie with woman, then he should be stoned to death. Now you can say that's just the rules for that particular tribe at that particular time, and that's how most Christians get out of that. But then of course they cherry pick things out of Leviticus. But even in the New Testament, there's things that Paul actually wrote. Things about like, oh, men shouldn't be effeminate or have unnatural affections and things like that. And most people think that he's talking about homosexuality. So, I don't think that you can say, oh, there's no basis in the Bible for hating homosexuals. And it really, what Scripture actually says doesn't even matter so much as what Christians in America believe. And I think that, almost all homophobia in America, not all, but almost all, has its roots in Christian theology. So, I'm talking about the God of the people, not necessarily your interpretation of God, because your interpretation of God probably is not the same as your neighbor's, and I can't possibly address it as though it's this monolithic, consistent thing when it's anything fucking but.
Shut up, TJ.
Wouldn't one sell you anything until you starve to death.
You know shit, buddy.
If you were a merchant, they would come up to you and steal everything you have, and send you out of the city while laughing at you.
Sure.
So pretty much they were asses.
Right.
They weren't gay. They didn't have gay pride festivals. None of that stuff.
But they did.
That's the truth.
Wait. Okay. No. Hold on. In the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, 2 male angels come to the town of Sodom to see if there's any righteous men in the entire town. Any righteous men. They go to the house of Lot.
Yeah.
And it says in the Bible that every man in town showed up with their dicks hard, just waiting to fuck some angels. Like, they didn't know they were even angels. They say, basically, send those strangers out here so that we may know them. Basically, so that we could fuck them. And Lot, the supposedly righteous man in Sodom, said, no, 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 don't rape my house guests. I have 2 virgin daughters. You can rape them. And, you know, the mob's like, we don't want your fucking daughters, bitch. So then fucking Lot and his daughters and his wife escape from town. Lot's wife looks back after being told by God not to and turns into a pillar of salt.
For some arbitrary reason.
Right, for no reason.
Yeah, don't
Just
look back.
don't look back, because whatever. I mean, it's actually a common trope from myths. So it was probably just borrowed from, like, the myth of Persephone or whatever. And, or some shit. And then they go out of the town, they get in the mountains, and Lot's daughters are like, we're the last people on Earth, because they're stupid. They don't even know that anything exists outside of fucking Sodom, apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they rape their own father so that they can get pregnant, because they think it's their job to propagate the species. And at no time during this does God come down and say, hey, girls, you don't have to fuck your father. There's still other people on Earth.
Yeah, and this is a time when God was actively...
he was actively coming down and talking to people all the time. Very chatty Cathy back in those days.
Right.
Been strangely silent since the age of the internet and cell phones and video cameras. But back in those times, God was all over the place, chit-chatting with every fucking buddy.
Okay, just go read the book of Jasher, chapter 18 and 19. It actually tells you all this.
No, they don't need to now. I told them. Don't worry, buddy. I got you covered. I know more about the Bible than you do, you stupid fuck.
Do you want to take a break and then come back and we get into the
I'd like to
news?
break this guy's fucking face is what I'd like to do.
TJ Smash! TJ, you seem a little upset,
The
buddy.
views of TJ do not reflect the views of the Drunken Peasants podcast.
They actually do, because I'm God.
No.
TJ's a little bit angry.
No, I'm not angry.
When we
You're
come
angry,
back,
TJ.
we'll get into some news stories and then do the stupid ad segment.
Stupid ads, good times.
Stupid ads, stupid
Rock on.
ads.
Downtown, hobo on the ground, says he got a probe. No, I got my chode, but no, that's sick. If I want a dick, I can get a dick. And I like the metal cig with the little drip drip. Without the knob on the top and all the stickiness. And I know the satisfaction of a man, don't get me wrong. Wires the eyes and baby doesn't turn me on. Like when a man tries to beat me, take off my hobo clothes and then he tries to feed me. Crack in the mouth, put in the mouth, suck to us out, make a scream out. Then I'll be the hobo universe. Talk about standing in the street, getting bent over a vent. Looking forward to the probing experience. Get the move, dude, use it for the back in action. Stick it in and watch the hobo's ass contraction. Hobo, 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 hobo. Anal, 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 probing. Probing, 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 probing. Hobo, anal, probing. Chillin' at home, watching the tube, sorting a boner for the killing of the hobos in the vicinity of the phone. Feeling good, looking out the window, looking down the alley for a dirty old hobo. Yeah, I like the anal probe and shoving like the dirty dozen. Says the ladies in the dress, baby's mama said it's cause make me feel like a hobo. Tie me down for anal probe and tossing over with foot running out my ass. Think it's funny, take a look, you fucking bust you in the nuts. like the suck drip. Think twice about your trip, the hobo probe confidence. Building up the mean or something lonely, but you're stuck fucking hobo, 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 anal, 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 probing, 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 hobo, anal, probing. Fuck that, I ain't no tool, bitch. I'm a hobo with two motherfucking fists and kill that rim shot, big cock in your mouth, park thinking master the anal profile. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Hobo, 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 hobo. Anal, 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 anal. Probing, 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 probing. Hobo, anal, probing. Tell me how to eat it right. How to save the flavor. All night with my peaches and cream on my body. I dream of you, girl. Tell me how to treat it right. I lick your pussy all night, and I am policing dreams with my face in your cream, with details to come. And I believe with your pussy, and I will eat your pussy clean. Tell me that you'll be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you'll lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Tell me how to stick it right. How to poke you in the pokey and feel tight. With my dick clean from your mouth servicing. Let's go, girl. And I believe when your pussy. And I will scream when your pussy. Tell me that you'll be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you'll lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. You know I'll wait for you to break your dawn. You know I'll wait by your window till the moon is undone. You know I'll wait by your back door down and scream until you come outside and see me while the kids are making playing in the sun. Well, I got my rights, I pay my bills, I got my know-how. When I never like to get my hands dirty, I got it all figured out. When I never play out the game with a chick, got to do a change that bring me neither rich fucking no fame. Because I Motherfucker am I, motherfucker in my eyes. I don't care, wanna be a mother. I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker, 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 motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. Came up with luck, and then she felt my nuts. She said she was as hard as me, and then I was confused with that comment. I reached and grabbed her tits. She said, do me, baby, oh baby, do me, baby, ooh. Then she said, let me tie you to the bed. And I agreed happily, I was getting a piece. And when she was done, she pulled out her penis. When I started to scream, but she seated me. She shit on my chest and rubbed my dick with it. She said, bitch, you better watch as I suck your cock clean. And with utter disgust, I was hard as fuck as she gobbled my novel with the shit still clinging to her chin. As she started to begin, eat my shit off my dick. And she started to moan like she was getting boned. She was a man, just a shitty man. I thought she could help me, set some of my demons free, until she made my ass bleed all night long. So I pissed on her face just to mark my place, and she giggled and laughed like she was all horny. Cocaine like a whore. She smoked a little bit and then it smoked up all her shit. Now she can't even stand on her feet again. Dada beat her, mama fucked her for all she was worth. Now she can't even give birth to the child she wanted with the boy she adored, because she's called the whore, she's called the whore.
Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it!
Now just see what she started. Joey always said she was a little thick in the hips, and she'd get wasted, try to have some kiss, and she'd fuck, 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 and she'd fuck. When she said dick trying
Shut up, Ben. Fuck you, Ben. You don't even know.
How dare you drop
Party foul,
that
party
cigarette,
foul.
TJ? TJ dropped a cigarette.
Yes.
This is tragic. I burned Ben's house down.
He did.
Are we in the ghost of Ben's house or something? That's what we're
No,
in
no, we're just standing in a field in the middle of a pile of burnt down rubble.
Oh, okay.
Doing the show.
So Ben lives in the middle of a field.
Yes. I do.
Man, I can't be revealing things about Ben's house now, TJ.
Yep, he lives in the middle of a field.
In the middle of a field.
In the UK, actually. Ben's British.
Yes.
So we're in the UK right now.
Benish.
I'm Benish.
He's Benish. He's Benish.
Which is close to Danish. So what's next on the agenda, Ben?
Do you remember when we covered that story about the police shooting in Albuquerque?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
All right, so here's a
You
follow-up
said police
story.
shooting, and I was like,
Remember when we heard that story of the police shooting? It's
I was like,
shit.
Which one?
Let me fucking open my diary of those.
KOAT.
Just call it Coat.
Action News.
Coat Action
Live
News.
At 5. Coverage you can count on.
All these local news
It has
things do
been
the same shit. Coverage you could count on.
Oh,
Six
yeah.
on your side.
Yeah, it's all the same generic shit, of course.
On your side.
101 days since James Boyd was shot in the foothills. Today, a major break in the case.
So the better part of a year.
Yeah, almost a year.
Yeah.
What makes you think it was the better part of the year? Maybe that first part of the year was better than this part.
I would say the worst
You're
part
saying
of
the
the year
world
for
is
him.
better now that James Boyd is dead? Is that what you're saying, Ben?
Ben
It's
hates
the better
James
part of the
Boyd.
year because James Boyd was dead in that part of the year?
Ben was happy
The
to see
DA
him
filed
killed.
murder
Wow,
charges
Ben.
against the officers involved, Keith Sandy
Woo!
and Dominic Perez. Sandy's attorney says it's a bad decision, but Carrie Brandenburg says she has a very strong case. Right now, we are bringing you
It's
team
a bad
coverage
decision.
of the announcement.
It's a bad
Action
decision
7
that
News
police
broke the
should be
story
held
and the
accountable
officers
for their actions.
It's dangerous.
Next thing you know, we'll be holding politicians accountable.
Ah!
officially being charged on KOAT.com.
It is the first time District Attorney
Your name is
Carrie
Coat.
Brandenburg has
Stop.
filed murder charges against officers involved in a shooting. Action 7 News reporter Regina Reese has been on this story for us all day, and she talked to the District Attorney about her decision.
Doug and Shelley, the district attorney says she's been thinking about pursuing charges since October, and it was a decision that didn't come easy.
Huh. It didn't come easy.
Well, charging someone with, murdering someone shouldn't be an easy decision, but obviously these guys murdered this dude.
I have a question. When there's video evidence of how fucked up and this whole situation was, why does it take this much deliberation?
Right.
Like, if what the video shows is that they acted wrongly, then why weren't charges filed very shortly after it happened?
Obviously,
it's
pressure
not
from
like
the police.
But it's not like you have to do like an immense amount of investigation when there's literally video of the event.
Yeah, but obviously the police probably fought this the entire way. Like, they probably had a heads up long before they were charged. And that's pretty obvious.
Did I struggle? Did I struggle? Yes. Yes, we struggle. And I hope we struggle. My God, if we didn't struggle, then I would think we're not doing our job. But
In
we
her 4
struggle
terms
when we
as
come to
district
any,
attorney,
um,
Carrie
Whatever,
Brandenburg
communist.
has never brought charges against an officer involved in a shooting.
They've never brought charges ever against an officer involved in a shooting.
This sets
in
a
Albuquerque.
dangerous precedent. Now we're going to be arresting cops for anything. Cop doesn't buckle his
I-
seatbelt, we give him the electric chair. That's what this is leading
I think,
to.
Ben, you said, like per capita, Albuquerque has the highest number of police shootings or something?
I don't even think it's per capita.
Oh, just in general?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So Action 7 News wanted to know why this case and why now.
We think that there's evidence that gives us the legal standard probable cause. We've always said that if we can meet that standard, we will go forward. We believe that we can meet that standard, and we are going forward.
The DA would
Good.
not elaborate as to what those specific facts and evidence are for probable cause.
Should be found guilty.
I think the cops of America just like, okay, we got to throw we got to throw some of our own under the bus. Who's the most egregious example? Those guys in Albuquerque, they're easily the worst example of police abuse. Like, this is the most clear-cut case. There's no even arguing with this one. Like this and the Eric Garner video. With the Eric Garner video,
yeah, they could say, "Oh, he was pulling away or something." But
right? I mean,
this one, it's like I give up, and then it's
I
like
mean,
fire.
You at least got the asthma thing going, and well, we didn't know that was going to kill him. We weren't trying to use lethal force, whatever. But but in this case, it's like the guy's like, "I give up, shoot him!" Bum, 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 bum. It's like, okay, well, that was not justified at all on any level. So
yeah, and the Michael Brown thing, there was no video, so it was like, oh well, we don't know what happened with that. I mean, not that he said that,
she said,
yeah,
whatever.
basically, yeah. With this one, it's like it's so clear cut that they did not need to do that. He's like, I give up, I'm coming down, and it's like, flashbang, dog, fire.
Yep. Flashbang, dog, fire.
Talk about the different route she's taking. Instead of a secret grand jury deciding if the officers will be indicted behind closed doors, a judge will determine probable cause in an open preliminary hearing.
We refer to it as a mini trial where evidence is heard in court, open court. The defense can cross-examine and present their own testimony, and then a judge will make a decision.
Wow, how fair they are to these police officers when everyone else just like there's a secret grand jury and that's it. But these guys, they get to defend themselves. We're transparent. It's like the police are giving special privileges even in this circumstance. It's just ridiculous.
The court process. At a preliminary hearing, a judge will determine if there is probable cause. If there is, Sandy and Pettis will be bound over on the charges, booked, and arrested.
By the way, flashbang dog fire is trending in the chat room.
As soon as I heard that, I'm like, that would be a good song for my album.
Flashbang dog fire.
Or it might even be a good album title, Flashbang Dog.
Well, that was the order. It was like okay, they did the flashbang, then then they set the dog, then they fired.
Yep.
And I want to kind of elaborate on what you said a moment ago, Scotty, about this grand jury process. That's really bizarre, actually. Like if you or I or Ben or anyone in our audience was accused of murder and there was actually charges,
yeah, we'd go before a grand jury.
You would go before a grand jury. It would basically be the prosecutor making their case with no defense of you whatsoever, because this is just to decide if there's enough evidence on this matter for it to go to trial.
Exactly.
And grand juries pretty much universally say, yeah, there's enough evidence.
Yeah, every once in a while it's like, no. And it's like, oh, really?
But in this case, because it's two officers being charged, they're going to have a different process. They're going to have this open grand jury where the defense is allowed to present evidence too. I mean, wouldn't it make sense? I mean, like, I'm not even going to say, like, the cops shouldn't have that. What I'm going to say is everyone else accused of murder should have that fucking too.
That's what I'm saying. It's a double standard. Everyone that has this process happen, they should be able to go and say, this is why charges shouldn't be filed. But not everyone gets that opportunity. I'm sure some people get the opportunity, but for the most part, it just seems...
these fuckers are getting it.
Well, of course they are, because they have a police union and lawyers, and more than likely, even if the trial goes forward and they're convicted, they probably will not do life in prison. They'll probably get something like 10 years or 15 years or some shit, at best.
Trained.
We want them to see it as it's unfolding. I think that that's critical to be transparent.
Sandy and Pettis are both charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and manslaughter.
Yeah, exactly. Notice that, because I think they'll probably get manslaughter or something. They're not going to get first-degree murder. I think you can throw that out the window. I think second-degree or third-degree murder or manslaughter. And it'll probably stick on manslaughter. They'll probably get like 5 years in jail if they're convicted.
Hired in December from APD after several months on administrative leave, Dominique Pettis has been on administrative assignment since the shooting, and APD will now review that as this case moves forward. Now, Target 7's Nancy Laughlin...
Wait. One of your cops is literally they're not yet going to trial for murder, but there's going to be a grand jury hearing as to whether or not they can go to trial for murder, and they're under review right now. It's like, why should they be under review? If your cop is going to murder, they're going to trial, like, they should be suspended during that time, and if they're actually convicted, they should be fucking fired. And based on what you see in that video, all of those cops should have been fired, like, right off the bat. But, of course, that never happens because we live in America. And in America, the law is right, and all you criminal scum can just suffer and die.
Yeah. Communists.
Communism.
Makes sense to me.
His attorney today and joins us with his reaction to the charges.
Keith Standy's attorney is firing back, saying the now retired APD officer was defending a fellow officer
retired now.
when James Boyd was shot and killed. Attorney Sam Brigman says
Oh,
Sandy
give
is
me a
saddened by
break.
today's announcement, but also looks forward
Saddened
to
by the
all of the
truth.
facts in this case coming out. Brigman says James Boyd had threatened 2 open space officers with knives hours prior to the fatal shooting on the mountain last March. He says when Officer Sandy and Pettis opened fire, James Boyd was 8 feet away from APD's dog handler and armed with 2 knives.
2 knives.
He was stationary, though. He wasn't, like... I mean, if he had run at them with a knife out and, like, die, and they shot him, I wouldn't even be arguing the thing.
Yeah, all you have to do is go watch the video. It's available for people to watch. You go watch and decide for yourselves, but I seriously doubt most people are going to have the interpretation that that attorney just laid out. Because that is a very... That's like the heel announcer in wrestling interpretation. You know, this obvious bad guy is actually doing the right thing here. If you look at it from my warped perspective.
Do you want to move on to something else? Or?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The attack on Charlie Hebdo, the satirical magazine offices, these cartoonists led people of all religions to, of course, defend freedom of expression, freedom of speech. But one voice today said there are limits to how far people can go. And that message came from this man
Hey,
here.
you can't call the Pope a moron. Some people think that guy is, like, sacred.
Some people.
Some people.
No.
Well, that's it. Some people. Most people don't. Most people, you think the Pope is special? No. Ask a Catholic. Yeah, the Pope is fucking amazing. He's God's chosen little bitch here on earth.
One cannot provoke, one cannot insult other people's faith.
Yes, you can.
One cannot make fun
Yes, you
of
can.
faith.
Why not?
Yes, you can.
I mean, basically what you're saying here is, oh, well, certain ideas should be protected from criticism because they're very sacred to people. Like, that doesn't matter. I mean, like, does that mean that if someone's like, oh, you know, it's you know, a sacred custom in my culture that, you know, if your daughter loses her virginity without your approval, you're allowed to kill her because she's dishonored the family. If that's some cultural tradition that's sacredly held and believed, can I just be like, oh, I'm not allowed to be critical of that because someone believes that devoutly? I mean, I know that's an extreme example, but, you know, basically you're saying that an entire subset of human ideas they should not be criticized, they should not be made fun of because they're just too cherished. Like,
and you have to remember too, it's always framed as an insult. Like, you're insulting my question, my religion. You're insulting it. This is an insult to religion. I mean, and Muslims do the same thing. Don't insult our religion. You're provoking us. You're forcing us to kill you. We're forcing because, you know, we're so offended. That's not an excuse. That's a cop out. Just because someone does something you don't like, then just don't look at it. I mean, were these Muslims forced to buy Charlie Hebdo? Were they forced to go and read them or look at the images? No. They weren't. It wasn't required reading in school. It was a satirical magazine, and it's being published. They can choose to, like, you know what, this is garbage, and I'm not going to read it, and I encourage people not to buy this.
Joining me now to talk about this, Calvin Butts, pastor for the Abyssinian Baptist
Butts.
Church here in New York. And the Pope went on to say there is a limit. Every religion has its dignity and freedom of
Butts.
Yep.
His last name is Butts.
Butt drugs.
I wish my last name was Butts.
expression. There are limits. Reverend, as a man of faith, do you agree with the Pope?
Of course I agree with the Pope. This man is spot on. He knows that you can only push the envelope so far before you're going to get
so wait a minute.
visceral reaction. And much of
Where's
what
the
we're
other
seeing
side of this
today
argument?
is that I don't think the law should be changed. I think
Where's the other side of this argument? Wait, so I mean, like, the Pope said something. Here to agree with him is someone with the exact same view. Like,
okay, so you know what?
Where's the opposition? Shouldn't you be... If you're talking about censoring a group of people from being able to say, like, you're not allowed to make fun of... Like, we're going to say you shouldn't be able to make fun of religion anymore. Shouldn't you have someone who makes fun of religion come on and say... that's bullshit and here's why, but instead they're going to have this little fucking, like, mini pope come on and be like, yeah, everything you said is spot on. No one should be able to criticize me. Well, of course, that's your position. You're a religious fucking huckster, just like the goddamn miserable fucking Pope. So of course you want that. Of course that's the standard. Yeah, no one should be able to criticize me. I agree. Holy shit, what a fucking surprise. What a spoiler.
People ought to be able to express themselves the way they wish. But you've got to realize that when there are so many people in the world, like Catholics don't like to be insulted. Baptists don't like to be insulted.
Who likes to be insulted?
There you go. So I think the Pope is a man who is truly seeking peace. And he's trying to say, look, take it easy here. You have freedom of expression, but a lot...
Okay.
You know, there comes a point where it's like... Scotty, you want to help me out here?
We're talking over me, that's why I just shut up. Okay, the major problem you have with this, in my view, is you're saying, well, you're provoking these people and you're making them angry, and I just don't, you just can't do that. I mean, and he says, oh, I don't want to change the law. It's like, well, yeah, the law protects you now and protects freedom of religion, which it should. But I mean, imagine if the situation was reversed. Imagine if Christians were the minority and let's say people like atheists were the majority. Would they really want us saying, you know what, I'm offended when you talk about religion because I think it's a bunch of bullshit. So let's just ban it from all schools. You can't even mention religion in school now. Let's tear down all these churches. And if you say anything about Christ, you're provoking us to do further harm to you.
I think that's how some Christians think it is anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, like, no one would want that. That's why we want freedom of religion and freedom of not to have religion and freedom to have everything. Like, if there's a limit, then it's always going to run into situations like this where people are going to say, "Oh, there's a limit to this." The limit.
I don't understand either why it's like he goes through this list of, oh well, you know, if you insult this people, it hurts their feelings. If you insult these people, it hurts their feelings. If you insult these people, I'm like, what is the argument there? The argument is
they're offended.
We can't hurt people's feelings. So let bad ideas flourish. Let any fuckwit's delusions just go completely unexamined because you'd hurt their feelings if you did otherwise. Like, I'm sorry, like, people's feelings, they do have a place in the scheme of things, but it's not like front and center. The most important thing in the world is how people feel.
Apparently with theists it is. I mean, because we hear this from every theist figure, you know, oh, we support freedom of speech, and freedom of speech is wonderful, but, you know, you're provoking us. And when you provoke us, expect a response.
A lot of people are getting hurt behind this.
Do you think
religious people.
Bill Maher is someone who insults religions all the time? I mean, to the Pope's point that there should be limits on freedom of expression.
He calls them on their bullshit. He's not insulting it. Why is it always framed as he's insulting religion?
I think they feel that way because he makes a joke out of it, but he's a comedian, so that's what he does. You know,
I don't understand. You know, but why is Bill Maher not here to advance this position? Why is it like, oh, well, Bill Maher would say this? Like, you're CNN. You could get Bill fucking Maher to come on.
There's no other rational or atheist voice, right? And even a dissenting opinion. It's just like, let's have a theist circle jerk where we all know this is bad. There's an asshole named Bill Maher who likes him anyways.
Yeah,
you know?
It's funny that this is CNN. It's almost like Fox News. They have like the blonde lady. I don't know.
Fox News 2.0.
Yeah.
The virus is spreading.
When it comes to religion, should people like Bill Maher then be silenced?
He shouldn't be silenced. But Bill Maher's a court jester. He's a comedian. He's
a court jester.
A fool.
I think religion.
And so therefore, and I use that in the context of the court jester, we understand he's a comedian.
Yeah, we what other context would it be in?
Oh, you know what?
You use the court jester in the context of the court jester? That's self-explanatory.
I use it in the context in which I'm using it. It's like, thank you for that.
I'm getting
unnecessary.
requests. I'm getting requests.
Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck you, Bill Maher. Fuck your mother in a fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself. That cunt is a douchebag, and I fucking hate him. He gets on his dumb fuck show and talks shit like that all the time.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Bill Maher.
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck your mother!
Fuck you, Bill Maher.
It's not like you can actually use Bill Maher clips, but HBO are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
So we laugh at
What
him
if
and we
others don't
dismiss him.
understand that?
Then he's got to. He shouldn't be censored. I'm not for censorship, but I am for common sense. And
I'm
think
not
that
for
Bill Maher
censorship. I'm for common censorship.
So you are for censorship. I mean, like, what a joke. I'm not for it, but I am.
He should just know not to do that. Common sense.
Basically, what he's saying is, like, there should be no official law that says he can't, but it should be so socially maligned that it's impossible to do so.
Exactly.
So basically, it's just like effective censorship through social pressure.
All right, so we'll move on to the next one. This one's pretty funny. It's a Christian mom alarmed at satanic images on the back of her children's school bus.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what is the world coming to? Seriously.
You be the judge. Is this a satanic symbol on this Mid-South school bus or simply a brake light?
Nope.
Simply a brake light.
A brake light? Give me a break.
Why would a big glowing light on the back of a school bus be a brake light?
I don't know who would say brake light. It's obvious. Like, if I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and I did a 50-50 and it was down to, you know, pentagram or brake light, I would definitely go with pentagram because it's clearly a pentagram before it's a brake light.
Some parents are concerned, outraged after noticing what they see as a pentagram in the brake light of this school bus.
Well, WMC Action News 5's
parents are like outraged about. I don't even understand this. Okay, we live in a country where it's like we're constantly told like schools aren't up to par, you know, compared to the rest of the world, and we're like, okay, and the parents want to get involved when they perceive a school bus's brake lights to be satanic. They can get off their fucking couch and be involved in their child's education only when the most trivial of matters, in religion.
G. Anthony has more now on what some could see as the devil in the details.
What some idiots.
The devil in the details.
Some idiots could see.
The devil in the details.
You could tell he's always wanted to say that.
The devil in the details. The devil in the details.
He practiced that in front of the mirror all night. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to say the devil in the details. It's going to be awesome.
Bad Pun City.
Awesome.
Robin Wilkins says she was so shocked, she snapped a pic of the brake lights in this Durham school services bus at a stop in Cordova.
Anyone who fears a God, if not God and Jesus Christ, should be outraged.
Wilkins says it's appalling the brake lights are shaped like a pentagram. A pentagram is an upside-down five-pointed star. Merriam-Webster says the pentagram is often used as a magic or religious symbol.
If you can't put a cross on there, you cannot put a pentagram on.
It's not a pentagram.
It's not a pentagram.
It's just the lighting pattern.
It's happenstance is what it is.
This is so stupid. If you can't put a cross on there, you know, I'm offended. I'm so offended by these brake lights. Like, this is such a non-story. This is just pandering to these mindless Christian morons who are like, see? This stuff's invading our schools and our children's minds.
She points out just last month, Walgreens pulled wrapping paper from its shelves because the images appeared to be swastikas.
Would we allow a swastika, for instance, to be on the back of the bus?
We asked unsuspecting people what they think.
People should be upset if that is against their feelings, religions, etc.
And
what?
Yeah, religions, etc. Something.
Someone should be
offended. I don't know.
You know, I always err on the side of being offended by something. So
is that offensive? Looks around. Oh yeah, it's offensive. I'm offended.
What they see.
I see a light.
Even if they did only see a brake light, they still had questions.
Thank you.
Why they put it up there? Why they got it like that upside down?
Oh,
Joe Apple.
I see a light.
Come on. You said it was a light. These people are so stupid. Will someone say this is a fucking brake light?
Why are there so many people like this? Is that why the Vigilant Christian is popular?
I guess so.
These are the people watching him.
Well,
because he actually is popular. I don't know if the people that watch us and complain about us having him on, they're actually people who like him. A lot of people.
They're morons. I mean, like, quite simply,
that agree with him.
Quite simply, he always done. If you look at the Vigilant Christian, he's made a bunch of like spurious claims at best. He's never had to provide any evidence except some famous people in Hollywood who are not really that famous have said the Illuminati exist and are satanic. It's like, that's not really evidence.
Yeah, preaching the good word.
White has been practicing Wicca 16 years.
Is that a pentagram? Technically, yes.
She says the pentagram is their cross or Star of David.
Wiccan, we believe in God, we believe in Jesus. We don't call him God.
She won't deny the symbol is used by Satanists,
That's
but
not
says
even,
it is
not
also
even
used.
accurate. What the?
That's
You are not
not
a Wiccan. You're a pagan. You're a fucking moron.
I don't even.
What? Where do these fucking people live? Does anyone know anything in this fucking town?
No, I think this news report, it just gets
What
scarier and
state is that
scarier.
license plate from? Can you tell? Is it Tennessee?
I think it is Tennessee.
We're dealing with a state so stupid here that this item is not just this. I mean, if this happened anywhere else, this would just be the news reporters making fun of how stupid it is. But in wherever this is taking place, everyone seems to be like, maybe there's something to that.
I've seen these kind of brake lights too. I mean, they don't really look like that. It's probably just some of them are burnt out, or it's like just shaped weirdly. It's nothing to do with it being a fucking intentional pentagram.
For good.
Find out what it really means before you start getting all riled up and worked up about something.
She wonders if people are making a whole lot of something out of nothing.
Hey, go find out if it was intentional.
Either way, Wilkins says the lights send the wrong signal, and she wants them changed.
Ha! Really?
She takes a stand on important issues.
Solid lights.
Neither the school system nor the bus company would respond to any of the questions. From the newsroom, Kanji Anthony.
They wouldn't even respond to him. Like,
would you? I wouldn't.
Why would you respond to these fucking morons? Like, this is satanic. No, it's not. You're idiots. Please leave us alone.
So I guess the boy that came back from heaven and they wrote a book about it has come out and admitted that it was all a hoax.
Oh.
Yeah, not the heaven is real kid, though, because some people were making that mistake.
Right.
But another kid who wrote a similar
Look at this, a
best-selling
best-selling book recounting a 6-year-old's near-death experience is apparently completely fake, according to the boy himself.
Holy
Alex
shit,
Malarkey
you don't
now
mean
says
what?
He made
Wow, something any atheist could have told you instantly.
up the details.
The book
in the
is fake.
It's called The Boy Who Came Back from Heaven. He said he did it because he wanted attention after a horrible car crash that left him a quadriplegic. The publisher says it will pull the book.
Yeah.
And check this out. Look at this, a best-selling book.
Yeah, so, and then he talks about it some more, but whatever. So, there's not really much to say about it except for...
Yeah, I mean, like, I could have told you that years ago.
Oh, did you see the other news report that Anita Sarkeesian was in?
No.
This was a real news report, unlike, when she was on Colbert,
Okay.
Violent depictions of women being beaten, raped, and run over by cars. It's not the movies, it's video games. And now the women calling for change in this multi-billion-dollar virtual industry are facing a very real backlash, including death threats. Here's
death threats.
Let us characterize everyone against us as monsters.
Yeah, there's no one who... there's anybody who's just saying, like, hey, I really don't think, just because something's depicted in a video game, that means that it's really influencing people's, perspectives or anything, and really it's just a fantasy, and people recognize it as such. It's like, oh my God, extremists, death threats, you want to rape women, oh my God, misogyny,
my Nightline co-anchor, Juju Chang.
Juju Chang.
For Anita Sarkeesian, this
Oh
is the
my
new
God,
normal.
What a break.
Armed
Give me a
escorts
break.
at public events.
She needs
tracking
fucking... she needs police escorts. She may be killed at any moment. Give me a fucking break.
She might as well get like a Pope mobile.
I know. I mean,
any man who sees Anita Sarkeesian on the street is instantly going to attack her. Just, oh my God, Anita Sarkeesian.
It's just a big smile on her face. Oh yes, I need this protection.
Here's my chance.
Someone's gonna kill me. What a fucking coward.
every move.
I'm constantly aware of the fact that there's an enormous amount of hate directed towards me.
Hate in the form of bomb
Which
threats,
you don't acknowledge
rape
any
threats,
valid
even
criticism
death
of
threats.
you. It's just everyone wants to kill you. This is the ultimate victim. She's talking about special treatment. Look at the treatment she gets. She has to have a police escort when she goes to any event, but she doesn't want to be seen as special.
On this
Or
morning,
any different
high
from
alert
anyone
at
else.
Loyola University in Chicago. It's Anita's first speaking engagement since threats of a shooting massacre forced her to cancel her last appearance. All because this media critic dared to criticize something millions of us play every day.
Dared to.
Who plays video games?
Video.
This sycophantic
Media critic.
Yeah. This sycophantic obsession with Anita Sarkeesian, where she's just saying to Anita, she's just taking on this monolithic evil industry and the backlash of the villainous gaming male populace. Oh,
You
we
know,
will destroy her.
I kinda-
How dare she question our power?
I couldn't have even have imagined that this would have made like mainstream news when all this shit started.
Oh yeah, she's had a profound effect. Yeah, like I was reading something where it's like, I forget what it was. Oh, someone like I think some woman won a Golden Globe for like Edge of Tomorrow. She's like, I'm glad I got to be in an action movie and not play a damsel in distress. And I was like, give me a fucking break. It's just in polluting everything in our culture, and pretty soon it's just going to be a mainstream idea. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's just going to be no one's going to have any fun because the feminist crowds are to come in and tell us why we're all sexist, racist, bigoted, and everything else, unless we just do what they say and kowtow to every demand they make and change everything in our culture to suit them.
Video games. The threats making splashy headlines around the world on shows like Melissa Harris Perry.
The threat of violence, all too real.
And webcasts
All
like
too
Democracy
real.
Now
Why don't you
and
actually prove
HuffPost
some of your
Live.
fucking bullshit claims? These people all make these claims. We're told time and time again, well, this is what happens, and this is what happens, and this is what happens. Then anytime you ask them for any fucking evidence, it's absent, or it's some fucking feminist garbage study of like 5 women walked down the street and men said something to them, therefore we're correct. Oh my god. This is a joke.
This is ABC News, the American Broadcasting Company.
For pointing out sexism in video games.
Things got heated, to say the least.
The harassment became part of what's now known as Gamergate. What started as an online spat about the ethics of gaming journalism quickly escalated into a full-blown culture war.
Women shouldn't be mere disposable objects or symbolic pawns in stories about men.
And a small...
But men can be, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you kill the male soldiers, that's okay. We feel no sympathy for them. They can be pawns, but women can't be pawns.
Small but hardcore group of gamers resistant to change.
God ordained that it is one man, one joystick.
But Gamergate doesn't just affect boys playing in a basement. The stakes are much higher than
I
you
have
might
an idea.
think. We're now spending more...
I think I can solve this. How about the guys who want games, and not even just guys, but the people who want games that are not politically correct and censored based upon, other people's preferences and values and whatever else. The people who just want, real games that are made by people who are just trying to fucking tell cool stories and give you a fucking fun and exciting experience. How about those people buy those games and you guys can buy your pretentious fucking PC games and we'll just see how they fucking do in the open marketplace of ideas.
Pretentious PC games, that could have been taken.
Well, no, I'm not saying I'm not saying personal computer, I'm saying politically correct.
I know.
Just in case anyone was confused.
That makes too much sense.
More money on games than movies and music combined, to the tune of $21 billion. And what might surprise you, there are now more adult women playing video games than there are teenage boys. We're talking about fantastical scenarios like the ones in BioShock.
So if there's so many adult women playing the video games, does it seem like they're bothered by this alleged misogyny?
Yeah, but
that's happening.
Let's really define gaming, because when you look at all these studies, it includes gaming on your phone. If you look at guys or people rather sitting in front of consoles, sure, there's plenty of women that do that too. But I would say that's a more male-dominated space.
Do they count Candy Crush and Angry Birds as gaming?
Yeah, sure.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah, that's why you keep. Yeah, I mean, they like to trot out that statistic, but it is kind of deceiving because yeah, they do count that shit.
And I'm not saying that's not gaming. I'm just saying that's not what we're referring to. Gamers are a subculture of people who like I'm all about playing these games on consoles or PCs, and this is kind of like part of my personality is I'm constantly discussing games or playing them.
Candy Crush.
Which isn't to say that's supposed to be like, exclusively for men. It's just saying, I think when you come down to like people who game more, there's going to be a more male-dominated space.
And epic adventures in games like Mirror's Edge. What is it exactly that's so disturbing in some video games that's making women like Anita willing to face death threats?
Here. Just when you think you hit the worst example or the most misogynist example, you find another one.
What about lies like you, Anita? Okay, the same person that lied about her non-profit status when she didn't get it till long after she said it. So, I mean, and the same person who there's a clip on YouTube, like, I don't really like gaming, I'm not a gamer. And now suddenly, when she gains fame and traction for it, I'm the biggest, most avid gamer you could ever find. And this is a person we put total trust in. The media's, oh, this is a great person, let's lionize this person. She's so wonderful, she's so amazing.
Illuminati. Where's the vigilant Christian Anita Sarkeesian as Illuminati video? Because she's starting to work her way up.
I'm sure there'll be one soon.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going to fall on that one.
I mean, have you guys ever seen a media story about Anita Sarkeesian by a mainstream news outlet in any country that raised any questions or was at all critical of her?
No.
I mean,
I've yet to see it.
So I mean, how can we really say that she's really?
I'm not even talking. We're not
scrutinized.
Look, we're not even talking about a hit piece. We're not even talking about like an article that's like full on fuck Anita Sarkeesian. She's a bitch.
No,
I'm talking about one that even raises one of the many questions that have been raised on the internet by the fucking communities that are just totally ignored and marginalized and just
are attacked as like
universally labeled as like these people are violent and making threats when most of the people who were involved in Gamergate were doing no such fucking thing. And I wasn't even a Gamergate supporter, but even I could see that.
Is big business. More than half of us are already playing games like this one, Grand Theft Auto 5. But critics say in these virtual worlds, things often take a turn toward the dark side. As a player, you can
All right.
So fucking what?
Yeah, and they're like,
and everyone
can kill a hooker and run her over with a car, and yeah, that's basically.
So so everyone becomes a pimp that plays these games, and
in a pretend fantasy, you can do things you couldn't do in real life. Holy shit!
You can fly. If you play God of War, you can fucking kill the Greek gods. I mean, what the fuck?
I love how there's no these people. At least back in the 90s when they were complaining video games are too violent, you could be like, well, they're talking about, like, people being disemboweled and shit. But now it's just like, oh, well, you can't even, you pick up a hooker and it's like, oh my god, you picked up a hooker in a game, so this is obviously encouraging misogyny. I mean, it's pretend. It's make-believe.
There's also games where you can commit suicide in them, like jumping off a building. And
you can fucking commit suicide in Mario.
Right.
You could just jump off a fucking platform and be like,
I'm dead.
Do they say that video games encourage suicide?
They should. By their logic, you could say anything like that.
I don't know. I've played some games that made me want to kill myself, but
like Cheetah Men.
That was a pretty bad game.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat Cheetah Man.
No, you're not.
How?
With my magical powers.
All right, so now we're gonna go into stupid ads.
Stupid ads.
Stupid.
We should play some smart ads sometimes.
Fuck that.
Smart ads.
Hi, I'm Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop.
Hi, Rick.
And after 25 years in business, there's one thing I've learned. You never know what's going to walk through that door. Like this old-fashioned safety razor. For almost 100 years.
So, this guy is trying to sell a razor.
I like it.
You like it? Because you like his
show.
TJ,
we went to Walgreens one day. We actually saw this. He's like on the back, the packaging, like, Rick Harrison, like...
I don't even really know if it's that stupid, honestly. It's just a razor.
Does he shave his head with it? I don't...
No, it's like a one-bladed razor.
So? I don't even get this.
And he says using a razor with one blade is better than
4 or 5.
Yeah.
I believe that, because it doesn't really even make sense. It's gotten so superfluous with the fucking blades. Like I remember when they started doing like the 2 and 3 blade. Saturday Night Live did like a parody where it's like, yeah, 6 blades.
Yeah.
You know, and they actually have one with 6 blades now. It's like, goddamn, how many blades you fucking need? You're shaving one fucking face. Like 2 at the most.
The best shave of your life, TJ. Only $20.
I don't shave much anyway.
It comes
because,
complete with 12
you know,
blades and the deluxe travel case. But as part of this limited TV introduction, you'll get 12 more blades free. That's 24 blades, enough for a full year.
Hey, we were
of
just
smooth
talking about
shaving.
suicide.
Yeah.
It looks like you could use those to do it.
What the fuck?
You get it all. You get these fucking El Cheapo razor blades. Like
I don't know. That looks scary to shave your face with to me.
Someone wants you to cut them up. You can use these blades. Just cut the shit out of them.
You know, I never liked shaving because I'm just, you know, I can never get over, like, I'm just, like, dragging a razor across my skin repeatedly to cut off little tiny hairs just so my face can look shorn. It's like, what the fuck am I doing? It doesn't even make any sense. I'm just going to grow a beard. And I did. And I have.
You've done it many times.
Many times. And then it'll annoy me because it's like, my beard is itchy and dry. I will shave it off. And then I'm like, oh, my God. I look horrible. And you grow my beard back. Hide my ugly face from the world.
Here's the next ad.
What is with pandas and
I
ads?
always use Gentle Orangina. It ensures I feel fresh and comfortable all day long.
So,
Orangina.
you know,
Naturally.
I've drank Orangina. You know, when I go to like an Italian place, I'll order it, but now no more.
No more.
The sexy panda, TJ. Hey, TJ.
There's also
I may be in some weird shit, but I don't want to fuck up an anthropomorphized panda.
You have to. I'm sorry.
I don't want to.
There's a few of them on here. Do you want to watch the next one?
This is just covertly targeting the furries, isn't it? I mean,
They're
you know,
sitting there right now, like, oh my God.
that is what this is. There's no other explanation for why this
breakfast,
exists.
I always give them Orangina. It's packed with goodness and keeps them strong and healthy. Orangina, naturally. In the morning, I just love
You're
them.
right.
Yeah, there's
All
no
the
other
furries are
explanation.
sitting there going like, oh my God.
I guarantee you, if you go to like
That's
a
my
furry
persona.
forum, this is probably these commercials are like featured somewhere. Like, yeah,
Oh, for
look at these
sure.
commercials.
These are wonderful.
Which one would you guys rather fuck? That should be our next poll. Would you rather fuck the panda
Or the
chick,
horse?
or the horse chick, or the what was the middle one?
Like a deer.
A deer. Yeah, that should be our next straw poll.
One day, Alex and Sam were mucking around on their phones.
Why don't we take a selfie? Yeah.
Then Sam had an idea.
I'll take a picture.
What if they sent a picture of Alex's willy to their friend?
What the hell? That's the idea. Dick pic.
And it disappears
The
in a few
dog's like,
seconds.
huh.
When Katie saw it, she thought it was very funny. So she screen grabbed the picture and sent it to her friends. And they sent it to theirs. And the next day at school,
I saw your way.
What is this trying to sell me?
Oh, Willie.
It's not. It's like a PSA.
Oh.
Don't send dick pics.
I'm sitting here racking my brain over like what the fuck product is this trying to sell?
No. It's a PSA.
Is there a product that stops this from happening?
Newsflash! The world sees Alex's willy.
It's Willie.
Alex even got a message from
Yo,
a bully.
Willie is rubbish.
He
That's
then
awesome.
got one from a man he didn't.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No.
It's being haunted by a penis goblin.
Sometimes children share things they shouldn't online. And the effects can be devastating. Help.
Your grandma saw your willy.
Shit.
Free willy, motherfucker.
All right, so this is an actual product.
Tired of food falling off your fork?
Oh my
Are you
God.
tired of this?
Oh my God. Tired of food falling off your fork? What the fuck?
Sounds like a product for TJ for sure.
Having trouble stuffing your face?
I guess this is a commercial. You know, let's just be honest here. These commercials are targeted towards old people who fucking are just falling apart and don't want to admit it, so they have to like show young people having these stupid problems to make them not feel self-conscious.
I can't eat this fucking donut or whatever properly.
Are you having trouble with stuff falling off your fork? Well, congratulations, you have fucking Parkinson's.
And who knows where those hands have been? Yuck! Introducing Grab-A-Bite, the greatest innovation in eating since the fork.
No.
What?
No.
That's quite a claim.
Why would you...
Okay, first of all, that's essentially just chopsticks that have been slightly modified.
It's like sporks.
It's like a chopstick
Yeah,
sport.
that's what I'm saying. It reminds me of
crab
spork.
claw-looking fucking contraption.
Grab-A-Bite spears, scoops, lifts, elevates, and grasps food like no other utensil can. Look, a fork makes a mess of this crouton,
Yeah.
but with Grab-A-Bite you get a crouton, an olive, some lettuce, and cheese for that
Holy
brilliant bite of
shit.
salad.
For those of you who've just been unable up to this point to eat a salad,
with
finally the solution.
Amazing! Grab-A-Bite is great for eating messy finger foods like nachos, peanut butter and
Yeah,
crackers.
you know what else is great for those? Your fucking fingers.
Yeah,
Even
they're already
fries
attached to your
loaded
hands.
with
They're
ketchup.
free.
Perfect for plating that omelet. Cut, grab, and eat. Even the tiniest morsels are no match for Grab-A-Bite. Chopsticks
No
and
fucking
chopsticks.
match.
Grab-A-Bite makes it easy for young and old alike to get.
All right, so
Someone, I mean, we should send this to Tumblr because they would probably actually find that part racist, where it's like, this is better than chopsticks. They'd be like, oh my god, that is insensitive to Japanese
Don't appropriate
culture.
their culture.
all right, so here's the price.
$9.95
For 4.
Grab-A-Bites for just $9.95. But wait,
That's
call
not
now
too
for
bad. I
$1
might get some of
more.
those.
Just pay processing and
Holy
handling. That's
shit.
8 Grab-A-Bites for just $9.95. Stop
Man.
spreading germs and keep your hands clean.
Like any fucking kid is gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because as we know, kids are very patient. They're gonna be like, use your grab a fucking whatever this is. Kids will be like, fuck that, fuck you, mom and dad. Ah.
Yeah.
Can I just have a fork, please?
All right.
Hello, I'm Dr. Frank Brooks.
How are you?
Thanks for stopping by my website. I'm here to talk about a problem
what'd be really
that 10
funny?
out of 10 men have.
Okay, so he's going to talk about a problem that 10 out of 10
before
men
Say
have.
100% of men.
Before we even get, yeah, that would make more sense. But before we even get into that, I just want to say that I've just gotten a message from the future, and actually the Grab-A-Bite is the standard method of eating food in 25 years.
Wow.
And our video becomes a viral hit where people are like, look how wrong these guys were about the Grab-A-Bite, which now everyone uses. And
Someone came back from the future to tell you that?
No, I just got a telekinetic message from the future. It was passed to me by
What about
Cloud.
us?
So
will we like basically will we have like a recanted by then or something?
Oh yeah, well, you know, Ben and you are dead, but I recant, and I actually
we're dead. That's wonderful.
I'm actually the spokesperson for Grab-A-Bite at that time. So,
Yet if you ask them about it directly, they'll deny it. They're embarrassed. They think it
so
makes
this is a
them less
penis
of a man
thing, probably.
with their buddies and with their women.
Yep.
It's a problem men suffer from in silence daily.
All right.
It's a problem medical science has completely ignored, but I haven't. The problem?
You ready?
And your shitty green screen
This got
background.
You know, I was gonna guess penis thing, but now I feel like it's almost like setting that up too much for it to be that.
Yeah, let's see.
Is sweaty balls.
Well, it was close.
It can happen after a basketball game. It can even happen after a game of chess.
Oh god, this guy is trolling.
No, I looked it up. This is a real product.
But this is a intentionally comedic commercial.
Sweaty balls can happen while driving or sitting in a movie theater.
They could be
Sweaty
happening
balls
right
happens
now.
to the young, it happens to the old.
Yeah.
The solution to your sweaty balls is now right here in my hands. Fresh balls. You can use we all have. Our
Fresh
nuts get
balls.
sweaty. So I will tell you all about fresh balls and where you can get your own set.
Hey, I need my own set.
Yeah, you sure do. Look,
Okay,
Yes,
so
yeah,
fresh balls.
That's that.
Yeah, I don't even want to know how much it costs because it's that bad.
I might get some.
Look at this
I could
thing.
use that. This is kind of creepy already.
Sometimes holding hands together can be the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
A reassuring squeeze of the hand says I love you. It says you are not alone. It says I am here for you.
Right.
And it's all okay.
Yep.
Do you agree with all that?
I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
Without saying anything at all.
Hand
But in
holding
this
is
hectic
good.
world we live in, sometimes life takes over and puts distance between us and our loved ones. As much as we want to be there, there are times when we just can't be around to reach out and reassure, and the powerful connection of touch is lost. Wouldn't it be great if you could reach out and hold hands across the miles?
But you can't, so
yeah,
don't even try. That would be horrible. It would be an affront to human dignity.
Here we go.
Fribble? Now you can.
No.
Fribble
What?
is here to
No. Wow.
What the hell? No.
No. Everything. This. You know, people are always talking about stuff that offends them. This actually offends me. This is disgusting. This like
instead of a real connection, and grip this plastic piece of shit.
Yeah, like what's
comforted.
What is the perfect substitute for the warm hand of someone you love? A cheap piece of plastic you bought because you were convinced by a shitty infomercial. Yeah, that's fucking just as good. It's the same fucking thing.
You one huge step closer to your loved ones, wherever you may be. All you need is a Fribble and the internet. Hold the Fribble in your hand and squeeze, and across the miles, the Fribble held by your loved one will give a corresponding squeeze right then, almost like you're right there with them.
No.
Technology has made our world a whole lot
it.
smaller.
This is the most unnecessary invention of all time.
Who would want this? Like, oh, you're far away, so we're on Skype, so now I'm gonna feel better by touching this plastic thing while you touch another plastic thing. I don't know. I can't figure it out why anyone would want this.
I'm struggling to even, you know, I'm trying to think of something that this is as stupid as, just so you'd be like, this would be like this, you know, some analogy, some comparison, or even an exaggeration, but it's impossible. It's literally just, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I wonder how much it costs. I don't know if it'll say.
Probably like $100 or some ridiculous amount.
I don't think it says.
Yeah, probably really fucking expensive.
Let's see.
I can't believe that they could afford such a slick fucking.
Oh, well, that's all their budget goes to. It's not the fucking development of the product. It's just like a slick marketing campaign.
Ever bring food to work or school, but when it's break time, your food has vanished?
TJ?
It's like the Price is Right failure music.
You lose.
Hi, Anthony Sullivan here for the Fridge Locker, the easy-to-use, personal, portable food security system. Simply put your food or drinks into the Fridge Locker, set the lock to your secret combination, and now your food is secure wherever you take it.
You know, it'd be awesome.
Okay,
What if someone stole your fridge locker?
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
So yeah, first of all, that. Second of all, like, what kind of impression does it make on, like, your coworkers if it's like, yeah, I brought my food, it's locked in a box because I don't trust you guys at all.
I mean, I could see that if, like, your food was consistently stolen by somebody and you're just like, please don't do this, and they just would not listen to you, I guess maybe then it would be worth it, but even then, it's just like, why don't you just fucking bring your lunch to your desk or something? You know what I mean? Like, find some other solution.
If someone's really doing it to that extent, I don't think it would be that hard to stop them somehow.
Yeah, buy a gun. Blow them away.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Want to
The
keep
views of
snacks
Scotty
on the
do not
wrap so the
reflect
kids
the
don't grab
Drunken
too
Peasants for once.
many? Now you can help monitor what your kids eat with the Fridge Locker. Use your Fridge Locker in the fridge, freezer, or pantry. And for easy access, the door becomes a shelf. Unlike other containers, the Fridge Locker is well ventilated, so it won't trap odors. If you live with anyone who has food allergies, the Fridge Locker can store eggs.
Okay.
So it's a piece of shit that doesn't deserve to exist, just like all these other products.
I'm guessing Oh, yeah.
Yep, 1999.
But spend
wait.
$20 with me today, and I'll spend $20 right back with you. Order right now, and we'll send you a second Fridge Locker for a friend or a family member, or a second fridge.
Stop. You see, if we spend $20, he'll spend $20. Like that. Like that thing is really worth $20.
Yeah, right. That's like
They sell it for exactly what it's worth.
Okay, they're the worst businessman ever. Then this is this is just the equivalent of $20. I'm giving you a free one. It's like, no, you're giving me
$2 piece of shit.
It's a little plastic box with a shitty lock on it. You probably fucking manufacture it for like something like 13 cents or some shit, or like $1 fucking 12. Who knows? Some minuscule amount of money where you could fucking, you know, you make like many hundreds or thousands of % profit on every fucking one you sell. So giving away 2 of them is like nothing. It's just like, yeah, you have 2. Fuck.
Why the fuck did they make them see-through? Is what I want to know. Like, isn't part of the purpose of a locker to like conceal what's in it?
But I mean, I guess they have to have it open so that, you know, I don't know. No, I guess they don't, because I mean, you have closed boxes in refrigerators all the time, so it really doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so let's see. I think that's pretty much it.
Show's over.
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about before we go?
Scotty wants to talk about
AIDS.
Republicans and AIDS.
Shouldn't we announce the show for tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time are we doing the show? The Patreon only show?
I don't know. Probably around 4 or 5.
Okay, so everyone who's a Patreon person from last month, make sure to check your Patreon stream. I think we'll probably post in there probably late tonight or sometime tonight when the show is going to be happening, or what.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? I'm just looking at TJ and Ben to make sure that's accurate.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So just go and check that, and we're going to be doing it tomorrow.
Yes, and the link will be available for 1 week. I don't know. I don't think that anyone could not find a time to watch it within 1 week's time.
Oh yeah, because people were whining about that, like, oh, if I'm a patron and I have one guy's like, if I have a life, and anyone who is a Patreon person, we want you to see the show. I mean, I don't understand the people that are saying, well, I can't see it live because I'm not in America. It's like, well, we can't be in every fucking time zone, so be a little bit more logical and rational about it.
Yep.
Actually, we can be in every time zone. We do have that technology, but we choose not to use it just to spite you foreigner fucks.
And if you guys can think of any more commercials to send us, feel free to send them to us on Facebook.
Or anything else.
Yep, anything else
that we could conceivably use the show. Not just your random crap. No one wants your fucking like life story or your ravings. Like, here's my opinion about something. Like, okay, go start your own thing if you want to spout opinions. But if you got a news story, or you have something that you think we should play on the show, or there's something going on around YouTube or something you think we should cover or talk about, send that there for sure.
All right.
Peace the fuck out.
Peace the fuck in, Scotty.
In.
Fuck you, DJ.
Peace the